Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Another match day watch along. This today is the basically semi-final kind of qualification setup they're doing this year. Again, this is a completely new setup to me because usually it's obviously there's 2 rounds of knockouts, both two-legged affairs, and then boom, if you get through all that, you're in the actual Champions League proper. But this year, for some bizarre reason, they're doing it this way, where there's sort of a quarterfinal, what we saw the other day. Winner of that plays the winner of another game. So semi-final today. It's a one-off game again against Paris FC. Nothing, no affiliation, by the way, to PSG or anything like that. Completely different club, basically. Full stop. And basically, yeah, same as the other day. One-off game today. Kicking off at 2 o'clock. I'll put the teams up on the screen in a second. And basically start, winner is today, basically. If after 90 minutes is a draw, it's straight to pens. I am not in prison. T-shirt, the loosest T-shirt I could find. Because obviously the weather here in the UK is reaching 32 plus today. Yeah, I can't, for the second stream now, I can't wear one of the football shirts. Probably, again, what the girls are wearing today, I think it's the home shirt, so I can't even wear that because it'll be sticking to me after seconds of going live, basically. So, yeah. Next, but is Adidas related? Is Arsenal related? Because it's Adidas, so we'll take it as that. We've got a few people in the chat. Go for this one first. It's hello, saying, is the Arsenal website working for anyone? Yeah, we have a monitor up now. The Arsenal website's there. I'm going to refresh it in a few seconds. As soon as I know anything in terms of they're about to go live or what we did the other day, I'll let you guys know in the chat. But as it stands, there's nothing saying off we go. But it is, if you're living in the UK or Ireland, available on the Arsenal website. No renting today, hopefully, touch wood. You got Pinky in the chat as well. Says I'm on time today. Hello from South Africa. Welcome again. Welcome. Good to see the channel is spreading its wings out and around the globe to the reaches of South Africa. I don't think, honestly, I think you're one of the first in terms of interacting in the chat as well. We might be in terms of interacting with the chat or going, or in terms of when we're fair and all that in the chat box. I think you're the first South African viewer that's actually, as I say, giving us back and forth and all that. So welcome again. Nice to see you come back after the other day. Yeah, literally. Just got out of the shower as well, so I had to. Freshen up. Afternoon, Ange. How you doing? It says afternoon, Namath, and hopefully great football from the girls. Yes, as I say, no events today, touchwood. Hopefully the girls do their job today. No messing about. There's a few changes. I'll put the team up in a second on the screen, but there's a few changes. Nothing major, as expected, because it has been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's been a few days swing between the games, and it is pretty much our pre-season basically to get us match fit for the start of the season next month. Sorry, but here are the teams. Bear with me a second. But I've got Canterbury in the chat. Big up, Riddy as well. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well today. But yeah, not Parisian. It is blue. I know, yeah, but no, just no. In that case, with the Rugby World Cup getting underway after the last night's performance, and when Adidas aside, take that out of the equation and representing France with the blue. But no, just no. But this is the team for today. The starting 11. We've got Zinsberger still in goal, as you'd expect. 1 second. But that's one. I've got Merlitz at right back, because again, just to reiterate to anyone that's new to women's football or in general, our actual first choice right back in general is still out injured, recovering from ACL. So hopefully she'll be back around late October, early November time with Leah Williamson from their ACLs respectively. But depending on how their recovery goes, any jitters or anything could delay that. But as it stands, we'll see them soon. But until then, we've got Maritza, basically European / second choice right back, debutising instead and getting minutes, which is fair enough. She's an experienced player, she's good enough. So no complaints there. Lottie with Moy at centre back, along with Amanda Islet, again making a second appearance now for the club. Amanda, unlucky not to score in the first game in the second half, had a chance there against Sweden's opponents on Wednesday, but it is what it is. Still got the clean sheet though, it's the main thing. Got a lot of love though by the locals, as you'd expect, especially after World Cup she had. I think she was like Sweden's top, not just Sweden's top goal scorer. I think she was close to being the top goal scorer of the World Cup. She scored as many goals as the centre back. It's mental. Steph Catley's making her first start since the World Cup for Arsenal. At left back, it means Katie McCabe has been dropped to the bench. Again, it is rotation. It has been a few days. They are getting their fitness levels back to where they need to be for the season ahead. So understandable, no complaints there. And then Leah Vorty and Kim Little as our pivot. Frida Marnham just in front of them, being the link up between the midfield and the attack. Got Chloe, our new one of our new forwards, playing the right side of the attack. Caitlin Ford down the left, and Stina Blackstenius up top, which means on the bench we've got Sabrina Demangi on the midfield. Yep, so making sure everything's okay. In terms of sound, going back and forth at the moment. Right, yeah, so Sabrina, D'Angelo, Williams, Jen Beattie, Kane McCabe, Pavlova, who made a cameo on Wednesday, is back on the bench. Catherine Coles on the bench. Beth Mead, again on the bench, hopefully. We get to see a bit of her today because we didn't get, obviously, with how the game went on Wednesday, didn't get to actually see any of her at all from Beth's. I think again that with the fact that we knew we were qualifying, obviously just get out of the way. And might get to see in the second half today. Touchwood. Been a long time, so every time I see on the team sheet, I'm like, yeah, this could be the day. Hopefully today's today. Hopefully, touchwood. Leah Herning is there as well. Gio's there. Leah and Alicia Russo is on the bench as well. As I say, a few rotations in and there, but again, that's a strong enough team for me to do the job. No messing about. No messing about whatsoever. Pinkies was replying to Karen in the chat. Says I'm looking for more channels that include women's football. So far, I found only female fan channels covering only men's content, not both. Well, yeah, I don't know if you're probably going back and forth between the stream the other day, but just to reiterate, I do cover, like I mentioned later on in the chat, I do cover both the men's and the women's. We do the men's watch-alongs, all the men's watch-alongs, all the women's watch-alongs, no matter what. And you got a men's, you have a podcast that I host. Whereas obviously we address all the men's side of things from that week, from the previous weekend or whatever. And we've got a brand new podcast that we've been launched over the summer, where Andrew's in the chat. She's the host of that. I come in as well, and after Emerson, Ricky, other guests as well, and we covered mainly. We touched on the men a little bit because obviously getting their thoughts on the men's side of things, but mainly it's for touching on the women's team, and from Emerson's point of view, because of if you recognise his name, you'll know. Touching on the academy side of things as well, getting the latest news on the academy from both under 18s and the under 21 level, respectively. So we cover all bases on this channel, but men and women we do cover, and we have been covering for the last 3 years. This will be the third year in a row now. Emerson in the chat as well. Afternoon, Ryan, and the rest of the afternoon. Emerson, hope you're taking care of yourself and everything's okay your end, especially this weather and all that, and your treatments. I'm assuming you're treatment this week, so yeah. So as I say, especially yourself, take care of yourself on that side of things. Gary's in the chat as well. Big up, Gary. Looking early for you, isn't it? Well, yeah, one time it's don't come for 2 o'clock. It's be around 9 o'clock coming on for your end. Right, let's check the Arsenal website. Are they doing anything yet? Here we go. We're going to make the screen. There we go. There we go. So that's ready to go. So if you're watching, if you are living in the UK and you're watching on the Arsenal website, it's now literally if you go on the front page, it's there and it's saying log on now. So you've got to log in as well. Obviously, have your account. Log in. They're meant to be live now. They're meant to be live now, but they're not. But it's ready to go. So when the teams come out, boom, we get no fucking commentators this time either. When I say Ryan, you say. Oh dear. We've got Well, there's still no contact. Yeah, our Spanish sat back. She hasn't stayed. I think there's a lot of because of what's going off in Spain and her doing her part. She's doing her part as well. Obviously, she's not been rushed into the squad yet. Hopefully we'll get to see him. Hopefully everything will be still dealt with. Well, most things will be dealt with in Spain by the time the WSL comes along next month. Oh, Tom's here as well. Let's come back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Oh, yeah, dear, dear, dear. Tom is missing the championship this weekend. Yep, no internet. I'm not even doing international. I'm not doing that. I'm doing just to say now. I'm not going to be doing anything on Watchalong today because obviously I'm doing this, and I don't know something with games playing. But I've got after this off air Rugby World Cup opening weekend. Teams are up. Here we go. Yeah, Arsenal playing in red and white. Got Zisberger's wearing the blue goalie ticket today. Nice blue one as well. Compared to that, I don't like the game. I don't. Of all the goalie kits, the only one I don't like is the green one, but the lime green with the black panels. I don't like it. Yeah, I have mentioned this already. Do not forget the match goes. It does go. It goes up to time today. I thought it was just penalties like the other day. Check the paint over day. It would have been. Bloody hell. It is what it is, though. If you haven't already, though, do smash that like button and do subscribe to the channel as well. Do grab the link and share the content around. In terms of the more you guys grab the link and share it around amongst all your friends and family and social medias, more new faces will come along as well. Grow the channel even faster, etc., etc. And yeah, the channel gets the recognition it deserves in terms of, well, as I say, what we cover on this channel. Oh dear. But yeah, again, just to read because there was a bit of confusion after the game if this game would be played in Paris or back at our neck of the woods. No, it's again same stadium as before in Sweden. No moving this out all over the country, all over Europe or whatever. So it's in Sweden for this one. But the next round after this, assuming we qualify for the last knockout round over 2 legs, because it's over 2 legs, it'll be a home and away for the teams involved. So at some point we will be playing at Bournemouth, basically, if we get through today, against whoever the draw has. That draw itself hasn't been done yet, as far as I remember, anyway. The Rugby World Cup, baby. Yep. If anyone's in the trouble, who watched the opening game last night between France and New Zealand? Fucking New Zealand was fucking woeful. But yeah, I said about that the better. Oh my god, it's true. Yeah, the chat's gone into chaos already. Not seriously, Arsenal sort yourselves. So this is the Arsenal website. This is their footage, and the only substitute they've named on the bench is Leah. We have we've got plenty of subs as you can see on the screen. But we've got 11 subs. 53, Leah. You could have bloody hell, Arsenal. Well, that's all it now. That's all it now. I would like to see Beth today. So if we can, in this first half, we can take the chances we create, and do a job on them. And that means that obviously we can then kick on and bring like the Beth on for like the last 10 to 15, easier in that way in the second half. Sorry. Just also say as well, Paris FC, how they got through the other night, they won 4-0. They won against their opponents. So yeah, which again, I think personally, I think we've got enough to beat this team, more than enough. But again, just what attitude. Don't take them too lightly because we do bad things happen to us all. Right, that's that. And then we go for this. Check this out. Do Really 17 months. Smashing the likes as well. Thank you very, very much. We can keep doing that. I was just taking the lead now on my screen from both teams in a very half packed stadiums last week, but still. Yeah. And Paris going to get us underway, by the way, as well. So bear with me a second. 3, 2, 1. And we're off. There we go. Come on, Arsenal. No rest about today. Emerson says the next round of the draw is next week, the 15th of September. Royston at Marshall says we are the Arsenal. Yes, we are. Famous Arsenal FC. And even though the men are on the international breaks, it's time. This has been time perfect because obviously international football can't stand. But the fact that we've got these qualifying games with the girls, their first games, actually back after the World Cup, is a blessing in disguise. Trust me. That's a few. It's a few years off now, so we're way back when we come to that side of things. One more round of qualifiers, Judy. This week it's been obviously played the Swedish side on Wednesday. We won that game. That's basically like a quarter final, like a one-off thing. So, as I say, the whole new setup of how they're doing it is because usually it is like 2 rounds, both two-legged affairs. That's it. Sort of thing. This has been like your appetizer, the main course today, and it's going to be final, and the desserts on. Hopefully, if you do get through to the next round. The next round is a two-legged affair, so it'll be a home and an away affair. But as I say, we don't find out till the 15th who we have. It could be Real Madrid. It could, I think, even Wolfsburg could be to qualify. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the team that bought imagine going 2-0 up, knocking Arsenal out first and foremost, and then getting to the final, going 2-0 up in that final, and then throwing it away in the last 45 minutes, the way they did. So cheeky, Chris Nix, are you watching the Simon Cherry match? No. Obviously, because of mainly because I'm of a certain age. Secondly, obviously the girls are playing now, so I can't literally. I can't watch both. If anything happens, newsworthy to talk about and that sort of things while this thing's going on, we'll talk about it. But other than that, it is what it is. Do apologise, Chris, if that's what you come for. But yeah, I can't literally just 20,000 screens maybe. Gonna have some great Rhea Ripley content for Wednesday. Seemed appropriate to mention that on Arsenal Ladies Stream. Yeah, exactly. You got promoted somewhere, to be honest. So I don't buy it. Not a problem. It's not like you're one of them people that comes in. There's a constant bombard of chat. It doesn't actually interact with the chat in terms of the actual chat itself. You just bombard it with your own stuff. Basically, you actually do interact with the chat, and you're obviously a member as well. So no problem there. There's no problem. You're promote your channel. You know that. Number 40 playing games already. Not even 4 minutes into the game. Oh dear. Big up to the 79 people of you watching though. I see how many people are watching. Big up to yourselves. You haven't already. If you are new to the channel, 85 now. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe. Do smash that like button, and do share the content around. Especially if you are gooners as well, to fellow gooners. Let's come together and help this channel grow even faster. Well done, Nasser. Well done. I say that to Neil, not anyway. What's your Saudi team? I don't have a Saudi team. I'm not X or Robbie needs to support a Saudi team now that there's suddenly a thing for the next few years. We can go, well, no. I have one team and one team only. I'm old school. None of this. Oh well, got to support that team. Got other teams as well. This, that, and the other. Or this modern day now. No. No. When I got into football and I picked a team, I picked Arsenal. That is it. Technically, West Ham, but it's neither here nor there. I got the pick, so I picked Arsenal. I'm not one of these that goes, "Oh, I'm an Arsenal fan, but for content, I'm going to actually support this team as well and do this and that and the other." No, 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 none of that BS. She has her fans. That's just yeah, 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 yeah. Where's Stefan and Greenwood? I haven't popped in yet. No, Stefan probably. What's it is two. It is obviously 2 p.m. of in the Saturday. They might be out during weather. We don't know. Especially Sam being living in Clacton and all that by the sea and all that. You never know. They might pop in late for the second half or something. You never know. You never know. Go on. Almost 1-0, Marner with the shot. Oh, straight to the goalkeeper's stroke, don't they, basically. What a power that. If the keeper misjudged that and basically went that way, the arm says, leaving an arm like that, that's 1-0 Arsenal. So close. So close. I think you're trying to cut off. I've got to give me strength. Like I said the other day, during the Wednesday watching on, Spanish football, like Spain, well, not even Spanish football, Spain in general, their reputation is taking a massive hit recently with everything that's going on. It's not their own doing. They go on, oh, off the line, but Lotta Ruben Moy cleared off the line by the defender. Oh, come on, girls, come on. So lucky, so lucky, Paris. Sorry, what was it, PSG? Again, this team has no affiliation to PSG. Just to run that onto himself as well, because I'm going to call them PSG. None of them knew they were. Oh, God. Big up, Mr. Bungle. How you doing, my friend? Ain't seen you for a couple of streams, actually, so I hope you're keeping well. Get me out of the air conditioning. Goodbye, sober day. As long as you drink responsibly, that's all that matters. As long as you don't overdo it, and yeah, it's all good. Drink responsibly. That's the what. That's the what we're going over today. Drink responsibly. Oh dear, literally off the line. That was that's the point actually. I just put the phone, but we've got plenty of battery. Let's get the Ireland game in the background just to keep an eye on Ireland, how they're doing. That's that point in the world because obviously the early game. Up in that game, World Cup, they got 3 UK left. Pinky's in the chat. Do you think we're signing Mary Earps? Heard she wants that. Well, in terms of the transfer window for women's football, it does run. It does. It is. Sorry, the window is open to the 14th. I apologise for that. The window is open to the 14th of this month, so we've got time to do it. And yeah, from what I'm hearing as well, I mean, when it broke, because I was about 3 weeks ago, 3 4 weeks ago, and it broke about the bid, the world record bid for Mary Earps, but the club wasn't officially named. I'm sitting there, and I'm literally sitting there with my brother, and it broke, and I'm thinking that's Arsenal. I said that's Arsenal. And I said to him because he's not related to women's football, but still we set up discussions about it and all that. But I said to him, that's either Arsenal, London, or Lyon or Barcelona. They're the only 3 teams that would not just would, but they could justify it because they are top elite clubs. Chelsea, they're a top club. Don't get me wrong, but they don't need Mary. They really don't. They've got 2 decent goalkeepers to his. Number 2 for them is Sweden's number 1. Makes sense of that one. And then again, Zinsberg, for us, it makes sense. That is us, and we are being proactive and saying, you know what, we want you. You're the best, and we want you're the best. We want to be the best, not just in England, but in the global sport of women's football, club wise. Zinsberger's contract, our current number 1, her contract is in the last year of her contract as we speak. So it makes sense to go and be proactive and go and get someone like Mary. She's a top god. I've said it already on here. I said it on Twitter as well. We've got a great squad as it is in terms of depth, especially with this window, we've been so aggressive in terms of our defensive incomings with all the injuries we've still got to Leo and Laura, respectively. So we've got the depth now, and we've added in the attack as well, Russo and Chloe. Sorry, we've got players coming back like Beth and Viv. Well, Beth's back. Viv's coming. Viv will be back definitely for match day 1 of the season. Laura and Leo will be back. I say match day 4 onwards, anytime from match day 4 to match day in that sort of bracket. As long as they have no setbacks. So yeah, again, as I say, going back to the Ups, it makes sense because Zinsberger's in the last year of a contract. Zinsberger is currently 30, going on 31 as well. Mary's is a few years younger. And he's the best. He is the best goalkeeper in the league. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my god, man. Communications, Zinsberger, please. With your defender. No, it was Steph Cat, please. Steph had it. Wait, come on, go and get it. Instead of when the ball was in the box, instead of fucking Zinsberger catching it and going, okay, off we go, just crashed into Steph and almost caused anarchy. Oh, but no, I'm all for it. If we do get her in this window, oh my god, the statement that sends of including all the business we've done in this window so far, that statement would be huge. And I think, honestly, if we're not already, that will. I think we are personally, even though Chelsea or Chelsea, for me, but we will be the team to beat that everyone want to beat this season. We will be red hot favourites for pretty much every domestic competition. I think we win the WSL with all that videos, but I think get a solid advisor because of how good she is. FA Cup, we'll end Chelsea's hoodoo on that bullshit and win that, and I think we'll defend our Country Cup and Champions League. I think we'll go one step further at least and get to the final. Hopefully, win it, but you never know. And the fact that Man United, there's got to be something in it as well, because Man United are actually looking at bringing in a new goalkeeper. These goalkeepers are looking at are current number ones at their clubs. One of them being Canadian goalkeeper at West Ham. So there's got to be something to it. So don't rule it out yet. If it does, oh my god! If it doesn't happen now, we go back in January. I'm all for it. Bring it. It shows. We're showing. We're not showing. We're showing that we're serious. We're not just here to make up the numbers, basically. On the attack here, go on, Chloe. Go on, Chloe. Get it in. Oh, go on. Oh, miss it. Wrong fucking. I think that was Kim, I think. The Kim, no, Maritza, sorry. And then I'm on the back, that's there. But yeah, also I've heard that obviously back when the girls, all the women that went to World Cup all arrived back, and apparently United had some ceremony or whatever. Apparently Maria sort of isolated herself away from it all, didn't want to be involved in it whatsoever, and basically just was being put out there because I want to be there now. She wants to move on. And if I'm a United fan, I'm sorry. No, all jokes aside, if I'm a United fan, I'll be worried that all the big players want out. They don't want to sign new contracts. They want out of it. Spanish football is in the gutters. They can't find broadcasters in many countries. Yeah, I can't think why. Yeah, but it's on them. It is on them. I mean, in terms of the Qatafe thing, who in their right mind thought with everything that's going off national-wise in terms of the national side of the football side of things, and what's going off there, who thought it was a smart idea to then go and get Mason from Man United on loan and then publicise him as a god, basically, at every opportunity since? Double. So Campbell won the double. And the shit from the line, they want good again. And so Campbell won the double. Two team leagues, technically, WSL's going. Technically, if Man City decided to put all their resources together and actually show the same intentions that Arsenal and Chelsea do in the transfer window properly, it would be a three-team league basically, just for the title. Because again, even though Man United finished second last season, that was more of a fluke because we had our injuries and we weren't that off. Because of that, we weren't at the best of the best, and we still managed to do what we did. We had a better season than them, technically. They want to talk about the men having a better season than our men. And our women had a phenomenal season compared to them. Canterbury American player is on loan at Bristol City. Obviously, D'Angelo, obviously at Arsenal. Could be loaned out too, especially if we get Mary. Yeah. If we bring in Mary, then because of the because she's got longer in her contract compared to obviously Sinsberger, then yeah, that makes sense. But this season, they bring her back, then she's the number two, pushing, hopefully then, by then, Mary Earps. Either way, Earps is better than all our current goalies, yeah. No, hands down, she is the number one goalkeeper in the world. Even before the World Cup, anyone with a brain knows that. So like I said, again, I'm all for it. I want the best of the best at my club. And with 16 minutes, again, it's 0-0 still, 60 minutes in, and we're creating all the chances, like we did in the first game on Wednesday, creating all the chances, and well, it should be technically it should be at least 1-0, if not 2-0. Chili Coke sponsored by wine. Okay. Oh god, and Emma's gone into fucking stream mode and going, Tommy, Thomas. Anyone that's a family guy, watches Family Guy and knows what I'm referring to, yeah, no. If you're not into Family Guy, you won't have a clue what I'm on about. How are we doing on this? Here we go through. 970 views. Since we've gone live, we've had 970 views. We've got 23 likes as well. The same person not happy with it, not happy that we're not showing the game, but it's YouTube, so I can't help that. They instead of actually complaining in the chat, there's into it. Oh, dude, that's fantastic, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for tuning in, by the way. If we get, what was it? Cheers, Pete. Herbs will replace Innsbruck as number one. If we get, yeah, of course, yeah. You don't. If we're going for Mary Ups now, and we get her before the deadline day this week coming, she's straight away. She's going to be the number one. You do not pay that money that we're going to pay for her, and the wage that she's going to be on as well, just to make her number two for a season. Ginsberg will come number two by default for the rest of the season then. And then, as I say, Springer will most likely get loaned out somewhere to get some game time, then brought back again, extend her contract when she comes back, and be the number two next season for Mary. As I say, Mary is the best. I want the best at my club for men and women. And as I said, bring her in. I think we're favourites as it stands. I think we're the favourites in terms of the domestic, especially the three domestic trophies. This season coming, we've got to be the favourites for how aggressive with what the business we've done and how strong we looked without the best players last year, with all the shit that we had to go through last year. If you had Mary Ups into that and she's the number one for Arsenal, yeah, catch us if you can, Chelsea. Some people, was one person on Twitter that I know, friends with, thinks I'm getting a bit carried away saying about the potential quadruple on the hands if we were to get married, if we were in state injury fee, etc., etc. I don't think they am. I think in terms of, again, they haven't been competing on that level consistently on all fronts for a while. For a while, I think we've got the depth. We've actually got the depth, especially when we have a fully fit squad. The rotation we've got it in abundance, basically. As I said since March to the back end of last season, look what we were doing for half of that season, from the Conti Cup final all the way through to the end. Look how we conducted ourselves and went about things, and arguably looked the best team in the country. And I'm not joking. We looked the best team in the country. We didn't have Liv, we didn't have Beth. We then lost Kim. We then lost Leah. We then lost Laura. And we still kept going and plugging away and playing some of the best football in the league. And almost were minutes away from getting to the final of the European competition with all that. Right, you've got things in my hair, my facial hair, basically. Oh dear. Right, it's going to start with Arsenal wins Champions League. What, the men or the women, though? That's the question. So it's France now, was it France, Parisian, and now Chelsea. Any other, maybe that clubs or countries on the throw-in? I can't wear it. I can't not wear the football shirt today. It's too hot. Jesus Christ. We did lose. It was like, yeah, 5 pages as well, so you can technically work a dark version of that song. Jesus Christ. Oh my days. That's leaving. We lost. Oh dear, send that a dark version of my Mumbo number 5. Oh my days. That's got him back. That's making me feel old as well. Youngsters won't have a clue what we're referring to there, what song we're referring to. Just said, that's like just. Anyway, for the men's side, I was hoping to snatch Evan Ferguson at last. I think we'll go in. I think we'll be once, if not in January, next summer after this season's out of the way now. I think as long as we don't balls up and fall out of the Champions League, as long as we're so that consistency, we're going and whatever, and that side of things, so we're back and we're doing another step in the Champions League next season, this time next season, and we win at least a trophy, and we're competing to win all potentially all. Go on. Went too wide. He went too wide and shot too late. Unlucky Steiner. Come on. I think we'll be once the club's going for Evan Ferguson. Evan Ferguson, sorry. I wouldn't complain. I would not complain. He's 18 and look what he's doing at Brighton. With all due respect to Brighton, look what he's doing at Brighton. You take him out of that and put him into a elite club like an Arsenal or City. I think now Arsenal or City. Oh, okay, domestic Arsenal City, basically. You're getting goals. Liverpool, you want to phone Liverpool? Phone Liverpool, actually. If he went to any of them 3 teams, he was a massive boost in terms of where he is now to where he would be massive, and he would thrive. I have no doubt about it. Put it this way, Arsenal would be idiots not to go and get going for him at any point in the next 12 months. Bamford has linked with Man United, no surprise there. Has anyone seen the video of drunk England fans in Poland singing about John Stones? No. It's actually so embarrassing, says a lot, so I don't even want to see it. I won't be watching the qualifier either because Jordan Henderson starting apparently, so I refuse. I refuse to watch it. I'm not going to do Watchalong for it either, because otherwise you're just going to see me on here constantly balling the bastard out every time he touches a ball. And Southgate for that matter as well. Mine is living the American dream. If you say so. Oh, defend! No, 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 no! Get over! Get over! Get over! Well done! Well done! Well done to Amanda for forcing the shot there, and well done to Zinsberger for saying switch on covering it near post like that. That's too easy. That was too easy there in terms of getting to the counter like that. Question for you, one. Who is the biggest team in Yorkshire and why is it Huddersfield? I'm not going to answer that question. We've had this debate before, and I only did it upset Tom. Oh dear. Corner from Paris. Ball in. What's going on? Claim it, claim it, claim it, claim it. Well done. Eventually, Zinsberger. Come on. We need to get this first going quick. Because as long as I'm getting the feeling with this Paris team, as long as this stays 0-0, they're gonna start growing in confidence and try and do us on the counter like they just did before. They'll be more successful. Here we go. Go on, Steph. Go on, Steph. Go on, Steph. Ah, too much of it. Sake. I will say this: a bit more fluid, a lot more fluid today. But this is only us. This is only the girls' second game since the World Cup. The second game in what 3 days, and they do that. They are looking fluid and cohesive, and there's no. You wouldn't think they haven't had a pre-season or nothing. You wouldn't think this is basically the start of their season. And ball, hell, I have to say, you play one like that. You're not going to see the ricochet all from this angle. Halifax and Harrogate are bigger than Huddersfield, to be fair. Oh, here we go. You've started something now, Nemeth. Oh, dear. Got 3 kicks to do this. I don't like this new setup, by the way, of this bloody one game qualifying, this game qualifying, another team in qualifying, and then you've got to play another, a too big of affair next round. Right, 3 kick. Here we go. Ball in, and it was a poor ball from Frida, but we win it back, kind of, sort of, maybe. Yeah, go on, Caitlin, go on, go on. Pass it out, pass it out. Well done. Oh, go, 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 go. Ah, no one there. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, okay. Pardon me. Pardon me. A link for the game, guys. Thank you. Right, well, again, if you're living in the UK or Ireland, you can watch it on the Arsenal website, my friend. If you're not, I don't know how to help you, but you can find the game else online, but I don't know where. I'll just go and watch it on the Arsenal website myself. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, anyway. Hopefully, maybe someone in the chat might be able to help you. As long as you're not rude or anything like the good person I was in the other day. Get this double off time is fantastic. Thank you. Program. 25 likes now. Come on. 1,245 views whilst we've been alive. This is Madness. I think by the end of the last thing we did in terms of the watch along for the Wednesday's game, at the end of it, we had from going live to the end of that, so the end of that live stream, we just got over 3,000 viewers, and it's then gone up since then to 5. Oh, and Arsenal's gone up the wall. Yeah, it's the Arsenal end as well. The footage is down. The footage is down. Well done, Arsenal. I've got. No, it's back. Maybe. Don't know if it's gone. I don't know if it's got commentators, but it's back. No, it's gone again. It's back. Okay, now. Hearing rumours of injury to Gabriel, I've heard about this. Again, there's no confirmation if it's an actual injury, if it's just a bruising or whatever. It's just again, all I've seen is a photo of an ice pack on his thigh. It might just be a bruise or something. Hopefully, it's just bruising it. Nothing major. It comes straight. It can come straight back home, basically, into our team. But there's always this option, as Emerson says. There's always this option. If you haven't got, if you're living outside the UK, you can't get that. You cannot get any footage of the Arsenal game today. You're more than welcome to stick it on and stick in the commentary and all that, because I'll make and again have a chat with us for your fellow Gooners in the chat, or not Gooner football fans. Whilst I melt. How's it? I'm wearing a finished t-shirt, finished and loosest t-shirt to hand, and I am got a corner again for PS. Keep saying that's twice I've done that now. Corner kick to Paris. Sorry, Paris. I see ball in. Oh, bit scrappy. Don't like that. Did not like that one bit. Learn from that, girls. What was this Brazil game? I don't even know they were playing. If it was a friendly or a World Cup qualifier. I don't honestly have no idea. Oh, here Garcia's been taken out. We're gonna get Booker for that. Why is he just walking off as well? No, you've just been done. You've been asked to go back over. Steelers have been completely swiped out. Does not look good. Medical team's coming over. Oh, she's got banged to the head. They have to check a concussion. Make sure she ain't got a whiplash as well. Steiger. That's got to be a booking then. Oh, back in the head as well. What the girl just walked off. Like, yeah, I'm fine. The girl literally, the number 27 from Pit Paris, literally heads Steen, don't even go to the ball, just basically goes to headers, Steen in the back of her head, and just walks off like it's nothing for her. While Steen was like, fuck. And when she got herself up, she looked dazed. So yeah, they need to do their checks. Apparently, what she's okay. Let her go back on. The way she sat up and was like getting herself together, getting her surroundings back, wasn't a good sign for me. But what's going on? I think she's got a booker. A bit of whistle, nice one. The rest, blowing the whistle, gone like that. No one's come over and just going, actually, you know, let's just play the game basically. Until Steph, wait for the whistle. So the players, so number 27 has actually assaulted, no intention to play the ball, has assaulted Cena in the back of her head and not got a booking for it. Wow. And yes, Cena's walking back on, which I'm going to try and walk it off. When considered got a fucking foot, someone's head in the back of her head. I'd have thought there'd be more extensive checks than just going, "Are you okay?" Basically, where does it hurt? You sure you can play on? Cool. That's what it felt like. They just come on and done that basically. And but back to the Gabriel thing. End of the day, again, it might not be an injury. It might just be a bit of bruising, and he could come back. He could come back fine and be able to play straight from the off against Everton on this, not this Sunday, coming the following Sunday. This Sunday, they're doing all this. I need to check what Ireland are doing anyway. What are Ireland doing in the old World Cup? Who won a? Italy actually won a game of rugby. Jesus Christ, and comfortably as well. Not even like a close run game like it because they're that poor. They're coming from thing. Someone that supports a team that supports a country at this point at the moment, form wise. Italy won 52 points to 8 in the early kick-off today in the World Cup. Anyone that knows rugby knows that Italy don't score them that many points normally. Yes. Fresh. And, right, let's have a there we go. Ange is back. Big up Ange. Right. No, you missed much. We've had a few chances, Ange. We should be winning this game already, but a good save from their goalkeeper, and then about 2 minutes later, clearance off the line via Lotta with a header. And again, we've created chances since then. It's just the final part not collected for us yet. Brandon, I just kicked off on this. That's like because they've only just kicked off on Romania got a try already. Yeah, Romania winning 5-0. Scored a try, missed conversion there. You know Ireland, they had one job. Why Ireland? What was going? I don't know what it is. Since 2007, 2007, the 2007 World Cup onwards up till now, they always going to these World Cups. Pretty much the form team in Europe. Probably arguing and the last two, this World Cup, the last three World Cups. I underscore the try. That's playing this, by the way. Ireland literally going to these World Cups as well. The last three World Cups in a row now, world number one, and both and and the last two, they've not played like that. The pressure gets to them. And oh, go on. Hopefully this time they get that together at this World Cup. Good response though from the lads. I thought kick off later than that. Earlier on, like let's close that up. Well, yeah, got another free kick. Yeah, hopefully this is a better one for you because the last one she took was straight to their defence and they easily cleared it in the end. Come on, girls. Come on. There you go, ball in. Oh, again, Frida. Come on, girl. You're better than that. Go, 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 go. I'll seriously, Frida. We'll be into trouble again. In this case, running into it. Well done, Kim. Well, a bit of help. We've been surprised there. Got a throw in though. Oh, come on. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right. Right. Not impressed. I mean, although it's obviously we're playing with the home team effectively. It was in their home country, in their home ground the other day. It was pretty much a full stadium the other day. But this is an okay turnout, but not fantastic. Put it that way. But the Arsenal fans have turned out in their numbers. Fair enough. That doesn't look like anyone else basically bothered. As I say, you could probably a quarter of the stadium. You could probably put one in one. It'd be a quarter of the stadium sort of full. That's the sort of turnout we've got today. Go on, go on. Hey, hey, I needed the contact. Just needed the contact there from Femina. Again, no, he's down that right hand side. With these first two games, I'm liking what I'm seeing from there. Just at the last split second, the ball does bubble a bit in front of, just as it comes towards Femina. And it's so often she doesn't get the contact you need to put that in the back of the net there. The person on the attack here. Defend, pre-defend. Well blocked. There we go again. Stuff cut with the block as well. Well done. My backhand. Yes, when I see I'm back, automatically Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, like the originals, I'm fully screwed if you've been cut off to number two. Terminator 3, 20, how many years later was that? Yeah, Terminator 2. Then we didn't have a third one until what's 2004, 2003. And then suddenly, that was it was just you could see they're trying to keep within the tone of the first two films, especially the second one. But yeah, just, I don't know, whatever happened, it didn't work properly. And then since then, they just progressively got worse and worse and worse. So yeah, say Terminator 3, can't remember stuff like that. But yeah, Terminator 3. And then you had Terminator uh, Salvation or something like that. Something like that. Something ridiculous it was called. Salvation. You've had Terminator Genesis. Terminator. I've lost count how many films are on there. I think right. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're on. I think. Dark Fate. That's it. Dark Fate. And then you knew they're so desperate to reclaim back the fans from the original era. And they got it the first two times around, Terminator 1 and 2, respectively. They're so desperate to get the fans back on board and all that. They brought back Sarah Connor, the original actress, for that. But by doing that, completely. Only Hollywood could be that desperate to get the fans of a franchise back on board, bring back a fan favourite character-wise with the original actress, and by doing that, deciding to actually go, oh, bloody hell, better free kick, actually put an Arsenal player out, but not the right connection from her. So yeah, as I say, by bringing her back, they go, you know what, we're going to bring her back, but the consequence is, spoilers, by the way, the consequence is everything that happened in the first two films means nothing now. Because basically we're going to do a CGI flashback where in a timeline where the Terminator doesn't get distracted in Schwarzenegger's character. He kills John Connor as a kid. CGI version of Terminator 2's John Connor, by the way. And that's it, basically. You completely sort of rejig the timelines again. Like, piss off. You had them in the trailers, you have them, and then go, when the film comes out, straight away you're going, actually, bang. So the first two films, I was sort of, no, you can't go back on them now because we've rejigged the timeline. Fucking hell. And I don't know, hopefully, no more. I think their screw up there should be the final. It should be the nail in the coffin in terms of that franchise now. Terminator 3 was Terminator 4 was Terminator Salvation. Then you had Genesis, and then you had Dark Fate. Or it's just, yeah. Oh dear. Things I want to talk about. Quality of this game is so poor at the moment. We can talk about fucking Terminator now in films. Not been Arsenal related at the moment. It's bloody hell. Go on, go on, go on. It was on. Don't not put that flag up. Go on, Chloe. Go on, Chloe. Someone. Oh, for God's. Oh, Frida. In it goes. Maybe. No, no, don't contest for the 50-50 then, enough. And yeah, got a good the person in there too. Defensively, whoever get near their box, they are putting high press on, but we are making a bit hard work of it ourselves sometimes as well. Edmonton to Barnet and back to Edmonton. There's Robert actually got to rank two, which is great. Yeah, yeah, playing the train, the enemy. So it's closely related with Terminator 3 and it's shit. Oi, 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 behave yourself now. These our team doesn't get relegated relegated down to the fucking league for 16 years, comes back for 3 years and gets relegated again. So if you're like putting us in the Terminator 3 bracket, where do we want to put Leeds then? If you really want to trade insults, we can go there. I'll win, but we'll go there. Oh, yeah. This is Kim Little's second. Again, I've got to praise Kim Little. This is her second game back from her injury as well. Back in the last season, she got. Wouldn't think of the way she's playing. She just slots back in and doing the things she did before and more. Can't cannot praise her enough. His first two games. Got 26 likes so far, so thanks, guys. There we go, half time. Literally had 1 minute in, sorry, 2 minutes in, we got there. 0-0. Going by how we started this game, we've created the most better chances. They've had a couple of chances, literally a couple of chances themselves, but we've created the most and actually tested their goalkeeping more than they tested ours. And realistically, we should be tuning up just that. Got a good second their goalkeeper in one instance. And 2 minutes later, literal last ditch clearance to the line. As forward, but go over, make it 1-0 from Martin Wigan Moy. We do look more superior team, but obviously, yeah, as you say, it's still 0-0. It's half time now, and well, pretty much like the first game basically on Wednesday. 0-0 half time. We've got to finish the second half. 45 minutes to come. But unlike on Wednesday, where it would have gone straight to penalties, if it had been 0-0 after 90 minutes, this time if it's 0-0 after 90 minutes, it's extra time at damn pen. So that's again, someone's in the room, high up, with a PC and all this heat. Oh, this game done ASAP, and hopefully in a positive outcome for the girls. Otherwise, I think I might just collapse. Oh dear! We got to the 1,400 and what's checking 82 viewers we've had so far since going live. Keep it going, guys. As I say, if you haven't already, do smash the like button. Do please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, and do interact with the chat and all that. Have a bit of a laugh. And again, we all have a laugh here anyway. As you can see, there's a few non-Arsenal fans here. Again, we all get along. We all have a laugh. And yeah, give us your thoughts on the game so far as well. But the more you guys spread the word about the channel, the quicker this channel grows as well. So it'd be massively appreciated if you could do that as well. Thank you very much. How is that game going anyway? Let's have a look. Half time not great to be honest. Started off all right. Then we controlling the game. We've got the possession. We're just final third. Since Lotter's chance got cleared off the line, we've been very wasteful since in the final third, in the final moment. Let's go and check on the. I'm sure it's kicked off already. Side. Yeah. Yeah, it says it's live, so let's have a look. Oh, the game's not on TNT. No. Dan P saying, curious what channel you're watching the game on. I heard it was on TNT, but no. No, I'm watching it. Again, if you're living in the UK, Dan, let me know and I can tell you where to find it. UK or Ireland, to be fair. What's it? It's just coming out now. Oh dear. UK didn't ask. As long as you're a member of Arsenal, you can watch it on the Arsenal website. But it's half time now, so there's no point. It's literally half time. They're just literally showing the interview of Arsenal's latest signing, the Spanish centre back Condolia. I can't pronounce the name, but yeah. I'll butcher her name until see her playing. I hear her name and be like, oh, that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, latest Spanish centre back, well, a World Cup winner, if you will. He's actually in goal. JJ is actually in goal. Oh my god. Imagine going from fucking pie face and was it Calder Dragon last year to now KSI, because he's got a boxing fight, we're going to put him in goal to use his hands. What do you use for boxing? Your hands. What could go wrong today? Studs to the wrists and studs to the hands. Oh, God knows what. Yeah, TNT only shows the men's Champions League. So yeah, in general. So once, just to give everyone a heads up as well, in terms of in general, assuming the girls get all the way to the group stages, from the group stages onwards, you'll only be able to watch Arsenal, the women's team in the Champions League via DAZN on YouTube, not on the actual app, on YouTube. Whereas TNT just covers the men's, formerly BT Sport. Yeah, because that's who's got the contract basically. When will Arsenal get a broadcast channel? Hopefully soon. Because we did have one years ago when we first moved to the Emirates, and ESPN was the secondary sports channel here in the UK. This was before BT came along. Well, it was Sky, and then you had another basically. After Prem Plus went bust, it was ESPN. It was ESPN. Yeah, ESPN became the second sports channel after Sky, Sky Sports. Sorry. Santana Sports, the Irish broadcaster. Sorry, I apologise. Santana Sports, when they took over from after Prem Plus went pop basically. Santana Sports took over, an Irish broadcaster, and from that, Arsenal were given an actual channel and a genuine channel associated with Santana, but an actual channel from the club and all that malarkey. And when Santana then the 2 years later went pop themselves, instead of someone else picking us up, picking up that channel for us and supporting that, it got taken away from us basically. So hopefully it comes back again. Hopefully, personally, I don't. That was years ago as well. But personally, nowadays, I think why can't the club just do it themselves? We're big enough. We're big enough now. We've got the funds on a yearly basis, weekly basis, whatever, to support setting up and broadcasting our own our own channel, like we do, like you see with Man United TV, like you see with Liverpool TV as well, like their version of it as well. I think Chelsea have their own channel still. I don't know. I actually don't know. They did at one point. I don't know if they still do. But at least I think it's to a point now where why can't Arsenal actually just set it up themselves, support them, fund it themselves? We've got the owners, they've got the money for it, and by doing that, it's not like it'd be in high demand because it'd be a worldwide thing as well. So it'd be in massive demand by via fans, not just in the UK and Ireland, but worldwide. So the money they'd get their money back and some every year. They could literally do a monthly setup or a season ticket setup per se, and the content they could give on a daily basis as well. And even in the off season, the stuff they could then put out themselves, it'd be on their basis that they own, be it classic football matches from years gone by and things like that. Yeah. It was Sentanta, or how you pronounce it. The Irish broadcasters, anyway. And obviously, Des Lyman was the host for that channel as well. He was brought in to be the host of that channel. It was a pretty good setup as well. I liked it, being honest, from what I saw, what I remember of it. It's just that, yeah. But I think we're years down the line now. I think we're in the perfect position, not just for the owners, but in general, to just fund it ourselves. Why not? Set it all up, fund it, put it, and then literally have it on Sky or online and things like that. Do it whatever way we want to do it. The demand would be there. The demand would definitely be there. And with a channel, and with that, because with a channel that with the channel itself, they owned it, they could do announcement signings live on the channel, which again brings in, especially if it's a big signing, brings in more money because then people just would subscribe to that, pay a subscription, be it a monthly thing or a seasonal thing, whatever they want to do, and they're pouring money massively just on that alone, things like that alone. And so, as I say, in the off seasons, when they obviously between when the season ends in May and starts again in August, not only could they show the pre-season games themselves on their own channel, because it obviously is their own channel, as I say, not only could they do that, but in terms of when there's no games actually on, pre-season games on at all, the content they would show, because it's Arsenal, it's their channel, the club itself, or whatever, they'd be able to show classic games of years gone by, classic a half-hour segment show dedicated to a certain player, being striker, like Henry, Dennis, David Seaman, Ian Wright, Tony Adams, Liam Brady. Again, using that summer as well in terms of educating as well, in terms of doing them little piece half-hour shows or an hour show segments where it's dedicated to one player of the past and this, that, and the other. As younger fans are coming in, and obviously as a subscriber to that, see it, brings up the next generation of fans knowing who they're supporting, their history and all that as well. And they get to understand the players of years gone by, well before their time, and how important they were at that time, and why they are regarded as club legends. Plus, they get to see Highbury as well in terms of old content-wise, football matches and things like that. They get to see Highbury as well. Dan P, it amazes me that the Champions League qualies are not on the mainstream channel when it's a weekend like this, yeah, when Sodder else is on. Yeah, exactly. But thankfully, we have a football club that are doing the right thing and are supporting the women. If no one else is going to do it, they'll do it. They'll show it, basically. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they also have to feel that they have to do it in terms of, when, as you say, no main broadcaster actually picks it up in a men's international break. It's a no-brainer. You want to bring all these broadcasters. I keep saying that all these broadcasters keep saying they want to do their bit to bring on the women's game, bring it forward. But when it matters, they don't. Let's be honest, they really don't. Hey, it is. What it is. As long as the club are doing right by the teams, respectively, in terms of, in this case, the women's team, so be it. It makes sense. Anything. It makes a couple of good clubs there going. You know what? There you go. And they're not charging us. It's completely free as well as a member. Off you go, sort of thing. And then even if you're not a member, all you've got to do is pay membership, and that a seasonal membership, so a red member, and boom, off you go. Whoever in the club thinks it's better to put a digital channel that's on a website with no one saying wants to watch a game on a device is mental to me. I know. It's the younger generation coming through, though, isn't it? Hence why I've got the Arsenal YouTube channel and this, that, and the other. But I'll go back to it. Man United have MUTV. Man United's thing that's been going for years. I believe Chelsea's is still going. I'll go back in the chat in a sec. I think it has been mentioned. I think Liverpool still got theirs up and running. We're the third biggest. Actually, we are the third biggest club in the country, behind Man United and Liverpool respectively. But we don't have our own channel. It needs to go. It needs to change. We had it with, as I say, the Irish broadcasters when they took over from PM Plus, but nowadays, since they went pop, we let it go with them. And that back then was mainly focused on the men's team, basically. If they were to take it on themselves, off their own back, basically, like the Cronkies and all that, take it off their own back and set up the channel with the Arsenal TV, if you will, an Arsenal TV channel that they could then give out the Sky for people to subscribe to on a monthly or whatever basis. Look what they can do now in terms of content. It's not just the men's. It wouldn't be just the men's team. They'd be able to focus on good content for. It also be the men's. You'd have the women's. You'd have the youth teams. There's so much more broader spectrum now compared to what it was back then when we did have that channel for 2 or 3 years. And with that, the pool was there, and automatically, and I say with big signings as well, because it's our thing, and we own it, as in the couple own it, it'd be like, boom, okay, this is how we're doing the announcement. And they'd get, and people would subscribe. Be it a month by month thing or a season ticket, if you will, set up thing in terms of what a set price, option of a month by month or season ticket price, basically. And when I say season ticket, I mean like a set price, but you pay that covers you for the entire season, basically. It's like a tenner, if you will, basically for the entire season. People would pay it. If I was an 80-year-old woman around this moment, I'm not sure I'd control myself. Yeah, of course, Tom takes it that way. And says, "So you could." Deal. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Please let me know if you can hear me now. I'm going to take this one out of the equation. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, I'll take that. Because it'd be easier to explain then. So basically, I'm currently on my phone. If I turn the mic on, we're getting the buffering bullshit. Even I'm literally using the phone on 4G because the Wi-Fi has completely gone. Like it's not working for anyone, not just in the household here, but my next door neighbours. Like I said, my next door neighbour, he's put fighters as well. Wi-Fi's completely gone with the heat. For everyone around it, but it looks it's all kicking off. I've tried. Initially, I thought it was just in the house. We've tried rebooting it. In terms of, I'm literally on my laptop now. Laptop PC, sorry. Got the else app now. I'm constantly getting the troubleshooting bullshit and fuck on my StreamYard, by the way. I'm seeing all you guys in the chat. That's working fine, but it's coming up. It's the PC saying it's connected, but when I turn on my camera, we're getting buffering. It is now to the point I cannot access the game. When it was initially going off, I had the game on, that was working, so I thought what the hell's going on? I started stressing. I didn't know if it was but I didn't know until that's now. I now can't access the game. Ironically, I wish I hadn't accessed the game when it came back on, because obviously as soon as it came back on, once all this bullshit, the Wi-Fi, Arsenal switched off. Zinsberger decided you can't catch a ball. Tom's Dungeon, oh God. I'm literally on my... What about now? Hopefully this is a little clear. I'm trying to... Yeah, might as well put close to my mouth. But anyway, basically, Zinsberger decided you can't catch the ball and catches the ball, but doesn't catch it on the right side of the line, carries it over the line and tries to cheat, and yeah, that backfired. And straight from the kickoff, the entire team switched off and we went 2-0 down. And then since then, as far as I'm aware, that's the case, unless you guys tell me different. I don't know if the subs have come on or not. I apologise. This is not how it's not how streams normally go. But like I say, it seems like all the broadband servers that provided Wi-Fi in the area have gone. I don't know how. In terms of like my infinite plug is saying like to the PC we're connected, and I'm able to see you guys in the chat. But if I turn my camera on, it doesn't work. If I click to go on the Arsenal website, it won't let me. I've got the search engine up to search all these sites and all that, and it worked to that point. But as soon as I'll do it now. Again, you won't be able to see me do it, but I'll do it now. Just click on the Arsenal website, goes, can't reach this page, and then says it's unreachable. Try to refresh it, nothing happens. So I can't. And again, I've tried watching the game on the Arsenal app. Just before being able to connect here, won't let me on 4G. On my own 4G, it just won't let me. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. I'm sitting here talking to you guys now via speaker. The game's not on. Well, it's currently going underway. I don't know how long's left. I don't know if we're even trying to get back in the game or not. And I'm losing my mind. My phone's now overheating in my hand. Fantastic. And I want to cry. Amongst all this, I want to cry because this is never actually. Oh, they want 2-1. Well, hey, who scored? Please tell me who scored. We're back in the game. How long? Who scored? Russo. Go on. I can't see the goal. I'm celebrating, but I can't see the goal. Come on. How long have we got left? Can you please let me know on that as well? Because again, I can't access the game my end. This has never happened on the channel before, and it's really frustrating because again, I'm trying to build a platform / channel, podcast, etc., and it doesn't look good. But this is completely out of my control. I'm using my 4G. I'm able to, as I say, we're speaking to you now. But in terms of watching the game, I couldn't do that before. it's just been very pickety, basically, the internet, 4G or Wi-Fi or whatever. It's just been pickety. And yeah, so I don't know how long's left in their game. I know nothing now. Yes, I know in the hottest part of the country, but I'm explaining to people in the chat, like, literally what's going on, at the fact that I've got the computer saying it's connected, but in actual fact, even though I can interact with you guys in the chat normally, like I normally would, in terms of I can see the chat working and all that, visually I can't put myself on the screen because it won't let me, because there's that buffer, 10 minutes left. Okay, so if we can go and equalise these next 10 minutes, extra time, even though I can't watch it at the moment, extra time. The heat is affecting the router, but it's not just our routers though. As I say, I've just before being able to connect to you via my phone on this. My next door neighbour, as I said, I didn't come up, got all the windows open to get some cool air, try and get some cool air. And anyway, as I said, him on the phone to his broadband providers as well over all this. So it's not just because he's got different Wi-Fi. He's got different Wi-Fi providers as well. So it's not just like one particular router. It's like the entire thing's just gone in the area, bang, basically. So Wi-Fi is not working at all for anyone. But as I said, I don't get how I'm able to, with that in mind, I don't get how I'm able to literally still have this live going in terms of me having monitors up. It's same with live still. The chat's coming through like normal on my screen. Search engines are working, but the website itself for the Arsenal game, can't get into it. And even on 4G on the Arsenal app, it's not working. So again, it's just I think up and down the country is having an effect in certain parts of the country. And sadly, where I am based has been mentioned already. Mountains just hit the crossbar. Oh, for God's sake! Only Arsenal could go. Arsenal can dominate the game in the first half like we did, being 0-0, come out the second half, capitulate the way we did for the first within 2 minutes flat, go 2-0 down the way we did, and now looking to fight back. I'm happy Russo scored a goal, by the way, don't get me wrong. But why put ourselves in this position in terms of chasing the game now? Because even at 2-1, I've got to change scoreboard, by the way. Whilst I was chatting, I forgot to do that. I can see if I can do that still. I'm changing the scoreboard on my PC. This is what I'm saying. It's just weird how everything's falling apart. But yeah, it is what it is. We make the most of what we got. If we've got half hour, if we score an equaliser, we have enough half hour, I'm going to cry because again, I'm going by you guys now. This is weird for a watch, but it is what it is. My phone is literally burning my hands now. Ow. They are wobbling, says Dan. Big up, Dan. Thanks again, Dan. I know you're new to. It looks like you're. Again, I haven't seen you before. You are new to the channel. I do appreciate you sticking along and not running. As soon as I disappeared, going fuck this, I'm out of here. We are massively susceptible on the counter. Of course we are, because we're chasing the game now. It is what it is. We put ourselves in that position. The goal. I saw the. This is what I'm saying. Before the website itself crashed. The Arsenal website's crashed by the looks of it. Before that's all crashed, from mine anyway, where I am in the country here. I saw both goals. I'm like, how does Zinsberger catch the ball the way he did and not? Why that allowed to happen, I don't know. And then the second goal, literally straight from the kickoff, we give the ball straight to them, and they just run at us, and there's like literally 1 on 3, one attacker to our 2 defenders and the goalkeeper, and they still scored. And I wanted to cut. I was just like, I don't need this. So 2-0 down, everything's crashing behind. In terms of the stream, the Wi-Fi's completely gone bust. Now the Arsenal website from where I am in, just outside of London. As I say, if anyone's new to the channel, I live on top of Heathrow Airport. So as you mentioned, we are in the hottest part of the country because it's literally the heat even intensifies even more where I am exactly. Suffer along with everyone. Yeah, suffer along. Yeah. And as I say, I'm now the only way I'm able to communicate with you guys is via using my phone and being in this like this as I'm doing now. Because if I use my other, what was my webcam mic and all that, turn the cam off, but put the mic on, I can see that it's talking. It's acknowledging the words, but it's not coming out your end, and that's just like bog useless. I'm just like I'm just talking to myself. Then it's like no, and I say I'm just going by you guys now in terms of the game. So it's 2-1 now. We're 2-1 down. Minutes to go. We need to score an equaliser, take it extra time, basically. Oh dear, it is what it is, though. But in the mean, things I do as well. And literally, my hand is on fire, by the way, because nothing's used my phone in this heat. But it is what it is. I'm just getting. I got very stressed. Honestly, I literally was losing my mind because it's, as I say, 5 minutes left. Cool. Plus injury, but a few minutes injury time probably. If we do Man City, I'm going to cry. I'm actually going to cry. When I say do a Man City, I mean the Man City women's team. For the last few years, they've had a habit of either coming second and doing the one qualifying and getting knocked out, or last year having to do this and get knocked out of the first hurdle, basically. If we do a bloody Man City women's team in terms of bottling the Champions League qualifying this early on, I'm not going to be impressed. With all due respect, we shouldn't be losing to Paris. We brought it on ourselves, and it's really annoying. There's no way we've got the men's side of things. I was hoping for men's and women's Champions League, but hey, as it stands, we're sort of putting ourselves under a bus here. We're doing a Man City, as I say, we're doing a Man City on ourselves. It's very concerning, so we say. But as I say, got a few minutes left of the game. I can't watch it. I'm going by you guys, so it is what it is. First time for everything, as they say. And this is the first time it's ever happened on this channel where I'm hosting a watch-along and I can't watch the game suddenly. Through no fault of anyone's own, but the weather. Oh dear. No, sitting on the button. Oh. Right, that can piss off. I think we're back. My hand is burning. Ow. Oh, that fucking burn. I was literally been in my hand doing that. Suddenly, out of nowhere, things come up on my screen. So I thought, you know what, let's have a quick look. And boom, we're back. So, Arsenal website, fingers crossed. Yay. I might get the last few minutes then. Woohoo. Hopefully, whatever's going on with the routers in terms of not just obviously my Wi-Fi provider, but in general, because when next door neighbour, as I said, I've got a different provider. Hopefully that gets sorted. Do not like that we're losing the way we are. So, how many subs have we made, by the way? Just to keep me updated, because I haven't seen any. You mentioned Russo's come on, but in terms of who's come on and who went off, apart from Russo, I know about. You mentioned he's a goal scorer. But we are literally under a minute away plus injury time from going out. Glad you're back. So am I. My hands are. I have no idea. We all have an idea, but I'm literally talking away. My battery's full. My phone, so I thought, you know what? It's like, once you confirmed Doki DM, it's like, boom, let's do this. Let's chat away and all that. So hopefully the audio was okay. I'll check back later, obviously, but hopefully it was okay whilst we were doing what we were doing at that time. But now, touch wood. Yeah. Hopefully that's a sign that the girls can play it. I'll say that everyone's into trouble. In the meantime, I need to put my hands down. I'm holding this because it's not even funny. Oh dear. That's video conveying because again, this is again out of our control, but never happened on the channel before where the weather's so severe outside that completely taken that every Friday. Oh, is that 9 minutes? Did she just put up 9 minutes into time? Plenty of time for an equaliser. Come on, come on, come on! Let's get this equaliser. Worst case, we take it extra time. Thought it'd be penalties, but no, we had extra. Take the extra 30 minutes. And trust me, if he's now scored, I'm going to say, I wouldn't believe he's after 9 minutes. I'm going to roar, so you might want to cover up your ears. You've got headphones and all that. Go out. Thanks for Uefa's extra time rules. Yeah, we can. Yes, I know. Yeah. The next Champions League match is up on the 20th when our under 21s with our under 21s at Boreham Wood against PSV. Kick off 1 p.m. Pardon me. All right, and we have made our subs already. We've got any more subs? We've got 4. We made 4. We've got one more left. Pavlovas, she's come on. It's equaliser. Yeah, feels it out here. But then I've got not only am I in the highest part of the house, living on top of Heathrow, between Terminal 4 and 5, the heat of that coming over. I've then got an entire PC set up and I've got 2 monitors on. And it's just like, I'm surprised that's there, 2 monitors. Nice and cool. I've got the curtains closed anyway, but yeah, they're nice and cool. They're not warm or anything like that, like you'd expect from this heat. One more start with this side, hopefully it should be. Usually it's 5. How Beth made it ain't on is beyond, I think, because the fact that I think the girls had it switched off and let them Paris score them first 2 goals, them 2 goals that they've scored. I think you might have seen Beth in this game, but don't put that pressure on her, maybe. I don't know. But that's Jen Beatty as well. Jen's come on as well. Yeah, we need Beth on. Yeah. Otherwise, with all due respect, what is the point of putting Beth Mead on the bench if you're not going to use her at all? I know we've got extra time to come, so there's a potential there of half hour, but needs to go into somewhere. That was lazy from Pavlova. Come on, wake up! Ball back in, go on, Jen. Jump for it. Watch it, jump for it, love. Here we go. Here comes the faking injuries. Here we go. I think it's an aerial threat. Yeah, she is an aerial threat, but she didn't. The ball comes in, doesn't jump for it. Now, she didn't even jump for it, and the fucking goalkeeper's like, oh, I'm dying. Literally collided brief slightly with her own player, and is now feigning injury. And saying that it's saying that Jen found, oh, this is ridiculous. This is a joke. Time wasting. They do realise. I hope this is the case in terms of the added on time. If they've got a time waste or receive treatment for injury, we're just going to add that time on. Yep, the refs just said. Pointing to watch. So add on the time. This is taken. So we're going to go into like 90. So we're going to go into 101 minutes basically, as it stands. She's now holding her face and her jaw like that. No. Didn't even touch her face. The fact she goes elbow me in the chest. Now touching her face like what is it? I hate this. I hate being in this position. But the girls put themselves in position by gifting the 2 goals. The first goal is a definite gift in terms of going and stupidly catching the ball and carrying it over the line like you did from Zinsberger. But then straight from the kickoff, going, there you go, boom. Just so it's all well and good. Russo scored. The irony Russo's come to us, obviously, the pedigree that we've had as a club in Europe over the years, and we could be getting knocked out before they even got going. Basically, this is a joke. We're not even trying. This is the thing. Some places like the lazy throw-ins and everything is fucking annoying me now. This kid's yeah, it's literally it's awful. And I said it the other day. It looked awful. Oh, I was about to say, don't fucking do something stupid. I said the other day, I don't like it. I know that we play on a 3D. The girls like Bournemouth in particular is a plastic pitch, but this is ridiculous quality wise. Come on, don't who? Oh, Russo, come on! You could have taken that down and opened up and found someone properly. That was poor from Russo there. Come on, we're better than that. Just shows that you're over. Yes! Go on, Jen! Extra half hour, here we come. Fuck it, come on! That's the last half hour. Just let out. I apologise for people downstairs that are probably watching this. We won't have a go at me for saying that. I don't care. Oh my god. That's as I say, that raw there. That's more the last half hour of stress that I've gone through. It feels like half hour anyway. I've just gone, boom, what a header from Jen. Playing basically, for anyone's not watching the game, basically, if you play FIFA, basically, you've got the options of going all out attack. You put when you've got defenders, like for example, certainly over the years gone by, Sergio Ramos or in our case, Gabriel or Saliba push forward and be the extra man up top. Well, in this case, we've gone all out attack. Jen Beattie has been the extra person up top. And what's a header? Go on, Jen. I think our last goal was in the Champions League as well. Which one has been booked for? Yep. By the way, Jonas is wearing that nice dark red polo shirt, by the way. Nice one. I do like it. The dark red and the gold. By the way, the ref's gone over to him. Then went to celebrations and booked him. For what? How dare you celebrate that equalising goal? I think that's another half hour of this bullshit. Yellow card. Oh my god, the referees are a joke. I understand that women's officiating at women's level isn't professional, like full time. They're not full time. It's a part time thing for them, but basics and a bit of a common sense needs to come into this. Why we made hard work this, I don't know. I really hope you did I hope you did something to justify that. Just to justify it. I turned to the opposition bench and gone, fuck you. Basically, just to justify it. I don't know. Pinky and the Pinky, big up Pinky again. Another one. You and Dan been. Everyone's been alleged, but from the newbies perspective today, Pinky and Dan P have been on it today. Like fair play, they stuck around. We've had the technical issue we had, but they stuck by the channel. They're stuck in the chat. They've contributed back and forth as well in the chat whilst it's been going through hell. Thank you very much. It is appreciated, and again, hopefully we get to see a lot more of you going forward from this season onwards. I reacted the same time as you. I don't have to get in front of me. Just saw you jolt and I jumped. Just as because literally, as I'm jolting, Jen's headed the ball, and the keeper's just rooting to the spot. So I'm thinking, yeah, there's no doubt she's onside either. So I just like, and as I said, the raw itself was more of the letting out that frustration and pent up anger from the technical issue situation earlier on, mainly. And the fact that we don't have the embarrassment of a Man City, so at this moment in time. Have a good day, everyone. Yeah, and you, Tom. Before you do go, if you want to promote your channel, if you've got anything coming up tonight on your channel or today, let them know in the chat now, because Tom has a wrestling channel. One sec. Really, keeper gets a fist to it, but it comes back out. Steph does lobs it back in for the hope and gets cleared again. We can win this. If we can nick this last kick of the game, I'm off. I'm off down the road. I was shouting at the Stevie Suzuki's. You and me both. When it came back up, I mean, again, when it was all going off and we conceded the two goals we conceded today, in terms of the Zinsberger situation, and then the second goal straight afterwards. Again, you guys didn't hear or see me. I was losing my mind. I was like, especially More, especially when the second one went in for Paris. I was like, oh, for sake. No, taking the weekend off from this, and that's it. Cool. Okay, cool. That's cool. But I just thought, okay, just in case you had anything coming up today or whenever, you can feel as always, feel free to promote it, and also because obviously with new faces as well, it might be interesting as well. Trying to find another channel that caters to their needs, basically. Oh dear, I'm melting. Oh, thank God! I said if it weren't so hot, I'd be wearing my home shirt over there. But we'll say that for the well, hopefully, we'll come the next lot of games coming around. It'll be a lot cooler, so I could be able to wear my actual match day shirts, matching the team. Be it the home shirt, the third, as in the green one, or the yellowy, greeny map of Islington one. Yeah, full time was got its 2-2. Fucking what second half that was? All the drama on the pitch, off the pitch. Yeah, and we're still in it. It's 2-2 full time, but unlike on Wednesday, if this was last Wednesday, it will be straight to pens. But for some bizarre reason, they decided a few days later, you know what, we're going for the last one-off game. It's going to be extra time and pens. So we've got another 30 minutes at least of this, if not pens. I don't want pens. After seeing the mistake from Zinsberger, with all due respect, he's a good goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong, he made a mistake. People are human, but I don't want to stress. I just want to get this game done and dusted now. Momentum's with us now, as well. That's a key thing as well. They went 1-0 and 2-0 very quickly, like bang bang, literally within like 2 minutes, within 2 minutes bell basically, give or take a few seconds, whatever. We've fought back. We've made subs. We've got one. We're get extra, I think we get an extra sub now as well. For extra something like I think like the men. I think like the men's team, you get an extra sub in extra time. So if that's the case, fantastic. I do want to see Beth. I don't care. I honestly don't care now because obviously it's not like if we qualify today, it's then next week or whatever. I know the draw's next week, but it's a bit of breathing space so she can get some minutes. I want to get some minutes. Otherwise, what's the point of putting her on the bench? Oh dear. Yeah, I think I'll be having one answer once I get off stream. Once this game's done and dusted, hopefully with me it'll be a celebratory cider as well. Pop down the road and get myself fucking Magnus or something. I need just to cool me down, but also just to because that little the technical glitch we had here weren't ideal for me. I wasn't like no. So when did Zinni get into the England team? I mean, I'm here for it, but I think FIFA might have to say, what's going on? Have England's Twitter account put Zinchenko in our fucking team? That's funny. How's Ireland getting on? Is that fucking that's all it is. What the rugby as well? Fucking Ireland are playing Romania. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Ireland are obliterating Romania. France after dodgy start, they're obliterating the bastards. I will say this: I do like the Ireland rugby top for the World Cup. But Canterbury Canterbury have made some nice kits. Do make nice kits nowadays. 54 points to 8 though for Ireland. It's not again. As long as they don't peak too early, it's all good. Not sure, but yeah, good on Ireland there. England will get back later on my bloody luck. Again, I've got a long. It still fits me somehow. I don't know how it does, but it still fits me. England 2003. It's a long sleeve cotton as well. That's the old school cotton jerseys and all that as well. Long sleeve, 2003 England rugby top with the O2 and all that, the Nike and all that. Normally I'd wear that for a match day with England rugby team. Not this, that's cotton as well, but it's heavy cotton. How Hell no. But they put Zeddy in the. That's mental. They've done that. Stefan's in the chat. Big up Stefan as well. Diluted wine. I've never heard of that one, but okay. So basically, wine, I'm assuming, got ice, and that dilutes it because it's obviously water, the ice, it melts, and all that. Literally said, I hope I do, because otherwise, what's the point of, with all due respect, I know she's had this long-term injury and all that, but what, she's been back training with the team since, I want to say April, late May. Oh, sorry, late April, early May. Back underway for the second. We're back underway now for the next time for this game, by the way, just kicked off. As I say, she's been back training with us with the team and like, full-on training since, as I say, late April, early May. So it's not like it's just coming back into training recently. The only reason she didn't make the World Cup because she hadn't been back training between the World Cup selection and all that. She hadn't been training enough. Oh God, that's a pen. How's the vet giving a free kick to them for that? Leah Hurling's literally just been fouled. One sec, just looking at it now. The Paris defenders took Leah's leg, basically, her knee, and the Paris player gets a free kick. Wow, this ref. Okay, I know what this ref's all about. If anyone does like me, big meaty men slapping me, and women, don't forget the women, don't exclude women because they women wrestling as well in the WWE and all that. Then please follow my wrestling show, and obviously the links there. So any wrestling fans that are here that are new to the channel or interested in like wrestling, do check out Tom's channel there. Click that link below. What can we? What can we say? Just hope we win the next time. I'm dreading pens. I do not want to be like Juventus. Juventus lost. What the women's team are already out the Champions League. Schweinsteiger, Joe's in trouble then. I'm assuming Joe's still there. Then he plays for us. I'm hoping for Ukraine, not England. Well, I'm not complaining because Zinchenko, I'd rather Zinchenko play for England, but obviously, as I say, FIFA, as Dan said earlier, I think FIFA might have an issue with that one. Oh. I've decided I feel better now. Oh dear. Oh, dear, no, got Stefan and Vicky battling it out for Beth meat affections. Oh my days! I never would have thought the day would come where two of my subs are battling out for the affections. And of all due respect, Stefan, we've told it from day one in terms of Beth's actual preference in life and all that, and it is fair. He doesn't give up. Oh dear, so what did that the grits, you know, all the grits have actually done well and subs as well. We've been smashing it today. Again, like we did the other day, we're smashing it the subs, by the way. Cool. Got we've got a free kick. McCabe and Ryan. I'm not being keen on minus free kicks so far. Yes, Joe is still there. It's just on they've been in trouble. But obviously, his first 2 years there, they've been in the group stages. They've got okay, it's not great. There I stand for the club itself standards, but okay-ish in terms of Champions League. But for this time round to be knocked out the first attempt. Go on. Oh, I didn't go. He didn't creep on the right side of the fucking post. Bollocks. There's Russo and Lotta there. One of them would have got the goal then. It was Russo with a header. They just didn't fall on the right side from her header once. No, it was Lotta, sorry. Lotta with the header, sorry. My apologies. Never seen a close up. It didn't fall on the right side of the post to us there. We have lesbian friends, and nothing wrong with that. I have friends from college and previous work places and all that. Lesbian and all. I've got friends on social media are lesbians. Well, I know it's name. I think we got no problem with it. But I'm just saying, yeah. Don't try and don't try acting unique. Like, oh, I'm the only one who's food. Like, come on. Oh, go on. Oh, the line. Sure, that's crossed the line. Surely that crossed the line. That's twice that a bastard have denied us in the last. Not in the first half of a header, and now it was a header there. It got cleared off the line by a boot. It was good. Oh, it would have been an oggy. It would have been a goalkeeper oggy because the keeper comes out to punch it. Unless he's punched it, he's hit off a knuckle and gone back behind her. It was going in. The defender saved her ass. Oh dear. Another corner. Come on, Katie. This is Katie's side where Katie likes to score from corners. If you know, you know. Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie. Whip it in now. Whip it in. Score from the corner. Why not? Have a go. You going for it? No, she tried with the team play this time. Because unlike for full due respect to the Ireland women's team, because it's going harsh here, but unlike the Ireland women's team, Kate McCabe at Arsenal is surrounded by top quality players, and she doesn't have to always try and score from a corner. But that's the standard now, Katie. Every corner you take, as Arsenal fans, expect you to score at least one this season. We've got Mao in the chat says lifelong headache as an Arsenal fan. Yeah, welcome to the club. Oh dear, it is what it is. Though we wouldn't have it. We wouldn't have it any other way. Well, but cool. Actually, I would have it a bit cooler. Actually, just so I'm not like even again. This is the finished T-shirt I had to hand today, and it's literally sticking to my back every time I sit back. And that's just my second can I booked from earlier. Just now. All right, let's have a look at things. Let's check things out. How are things going on the old YouTube side of things? Corners Paris. Bit swanky there, Paris. Oh, that's why. What's it? That's why Tom had to go, and we haven't seen much of Sam today. Okay, I see how it is. It is what it was. 2-2 in the Sidemen game, apparently. The scene that Expressions is doing a watch along for that. Seriously, Jesus Christ. Well, he's a Tottenham fan, so he's used to poor standard of football. Come on, defend this corner. Please defend this corner. Don't make this whole work all for nothing, for God's sake. Oh, well done, Jen. Well done. Go on, Chloe. Go on. Lucky. So since we've been live, current numbers now are at views. Since we've been live, we've had 2,709 views since being live. 51 currently in the live chat as we speak. And we've got 31 likes. Not a single dislike in sight. Thank you very much, guys. Massively appreciate it. Let's keep that going now for this next at least 25 minutes or so. Let's keep plugging this channel, guys. Let's keep plugging the stream. Smash the like button if you can, if you haven't already. Oh dear. Dan says you're about 8 seconds my screen. I am currently, it's on the Arsenal website from my end, 98 minutes and 46, 47, 48 seconds. How are they playing an hour half after the last 2 minutes it's been on me? I think we're just managing the game sort of. I don't know. Oh my God! Don't do that to us, Jesus Christ! I don't like the way we've stepped off defensively since going 2-2 again. But, okay, that's cool. It is what it is. Because the Arsenal website, what do you expect? Because it's streaming, it's like no one's going to be saying that exact link from second to second in sync. So you think they would, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not complaining. You know what? I'm not even complaining because at the end of the day, I'm getting to see the game. So after everything that happened earlier, I can't complain. PS 34 likes shown on my stream from my side. Oh, okay, cool. So it's good. So yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm not complaining with that. Oh dear, I'm not complaining whatsoever. These are things. If you go look back at the likes where we got the normal amount of numbers we get for likes and all that for the podcast and other watch alongs normally. The numbers are huge today, absolutely huge. And on Wednesday just gone as well for the first qualifying game. Oh, go on, Kim, go on. Go on. Leah, pass it. Better pass, though. That'd be great. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Same thing exactly. I just have to hold it down for 12 seconds on the score. No, as long as Arsenal score, you can celebrate all you want. Oh, the post. I think that's a post from Leah Vorsi. Oh, was it Leah? Was it Leah Vorsi or Chloe? No, it's Pavlova. Sorry, Pavlova. All I saw was brown hair, ponytail. I went straight to bloody um, bloody Leah. Sorry. We all know you're right. Even as a guy, we've known you long enough. Most of us have known you long enough on this channel. Yeah, you're a mod for a reason. Let's put it that way. You wouldn't be a mod if you weren't. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here basically. If you wasn't all right. One sec. One sec. One sec. Sorry about that. I just had to put me head that door for a second there. How many minutes have gone by? Well, the clock goes back up to in a sec. If it comes back up, 102. Oh my god, I'm here now. 90. So 12. 12 minutes have gone so far. First 15, and we've sort of stepped back into the way we were playing it, nil basically, which ain't a good thing because obviously what happened. That put us in this position. And I understand it's like 2 games in, and 3 is the first thing. Yeah, 103 now on my end. Fucking well defended there. That fucking kind of so far back. I'm trying to fucking figure out who cleared that ball there last. Because if our player didn't pull back and head the ball out there, that might have been if as long as he was onside, an easy tap in. But yeah, I don't know. They usually are, so it looks offside for me, but it's a risk that weren't worth taking. It'd be nice where you are, yeah. Remind me, Stefan, exactly. Do you still live in Ipswich, or are you more down my neck of the woods these days? That was a lucky from Paris. Oh, go. Get Katie, you could have helped her out there, for God's sake. I really don't want pens. Like Emerson says, I don't want pens. Dan says, on a side note, Earps has got to be a stick-on buy after Zinsberger for the first. Yeah, got to be. And don't again, Zinsberger and norm 9 times out of 10, Zinsberger has been reliable for us over the years. Especially the last few years, I've been covering the team and all on his channel. He's really stepped up. But as I mentioned before, she's in the last year of a contract, and I know James recently extended it to this season to be now be in the position where she's in the last year of the contract again. But she's 30. Go on, go, 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 go. Oh, that's wrong angle. Wrong angle through. So then she went for Dory, but yeah, she was on that Suffolk. Yeah. So it is kind of where you are, obviously, compared to being down here in London on top of the fucking airport. But yeah, go back to Zinsberger. Yeah, I don't know what she was. I don't know what she was playing at. Because again, when this all crashed, just before that happened, this all crashed, right? But when the game came back on at 0-0, just as it's coming back on, that then happens. That's 30 seconds later, that first goal happens. I'm like, the fuck is she playing at? Like, why put us in that position and all that? Give the goal like that. Then the second goal happened. I was like, oh. But the second goal was more of a team screw up, basically. But yeah, she's 30. Yeah, going back to she's now 30, gone on 31. Obviously, Mary's a few years younger as well, and it's like the best of the, as I said earlier, best of the best. And if we're going to go and get a new number one, I'd rather it be the best of the best in the world. For the likes of fucking Leon and fucking Barcelona jump on the bandwagon. Dan says, agree, reliable, but there's obviously a scale in every position, and Earps is without question at level up. Oh yeah, massively. As I said, she is the number one goalkeeper in the world. There's no if, buts, or maybes on that. She is. We were, we're saying this in the World Cup off area. Me and my mum, because obviously people on the world watching the World Cup with me and all that, and watching certain games, and like, if it wasn't for Mary, if it wasn't for Mary Earps, how far do we honestly get in that World Cup? Just gone, not that far. She saved us. She saved us so many times on what ironically, yeah. Saved us so many times. It was unbelievable. She was only one from day one of the from match day one of the World Cup for England all the way through that that turned up. That showed that that showed that she wanted to be here. Oh dear. I think now. More comes back. I'll answer the question in a sec. But yes, Mary Earps was the only one in England that from day one showed it that she cared and wanted to be at the World Cup. All the others, bit part, here, there, and everywhere, sort of thing. And I say she's the best. She showed even before the World Cup, she's up there. The World Cup itself showed she is the best, and I want the best. So it's not a matter of if we are. It's not a matter of if we are. We are actually in for her. We do want her. So normally in women's game, we want a player, we get them. The fact that she knows that we want her, and she herself has basically put it out there. She doesn't want to be at United anymore. She wants out. She's in the ceremony at Man United was isolating herself and basically didn't want to be part of the party they set up or whatever. Speaks volumes. The best defence is attack, and we've got an amazing attack as well. When we've got a fully fit squad, our attack was good. It has been good for the last few years. Don't get me twisted. But bringing Russo in now, we've and Stina hitting form like she did the second half of last season, and then got Viv coming back soon. Got Beth back. Caitlin down, got Caitlin as well. Kate McCabe plays up down attack as well. We've got an absolute phenomenal attack now. As a team collective, there isn't a better attack in England at the women's teams. Chelsea have Sam Kerr, but that's it. As an individual, we have a collective team effort here. All individually great, but as a collective, even better. And yes, by the way, to the question in the chat earlier from Karen, please, Solero, if possible, just because it's a bit cooler, and I would get rid of it quicker as well. Other than that, if not, I don't mind it. I don't mind it in general, but yeah, as long as it's not bloody the milk, bloody pop things, because they're just melting the hand because it's a milk ice cream basically. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, by the way, second half just got underway. Literally 30 seconds on my screen. Underway for the second half of extra time. They're 15 minutes away from bloody the forbidden penalty shootout, basically. A feint. Oh, God's sake! I saw that coming. I saw it coming. That's bollocks. One thing about footy is you either play to win or you play not to lose. And this sitting back again is we did it. Listen, playing 0-0. What happened? We sat back and this what happened. We've done it again. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I know it's our second game, but what the fuck? Being in the chat that Arsenal has a World Cup PK winning. Well, we've got a score now. We're now 3-2 down. We've got a score again. It's like, get up. That means some Man City men's team. Yeah, exactly. The men's team. Other things from our point of view. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, fucking BS. We're fucking behind again after all the hard work of getting back into the game, taking this back for. Sorry, we've fallen off and gone to pot basically, and allowed them to score again. And that goal, as soon as they attacked, I saw what was going to happen. I saw it. It was poor defending throughout in the final third there. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Exactly. I've not seen that for a long time. I'll be honest. But I can understand it's basically effectively our second game. This is our pre-season. One set, one. Got that. Sorry, that's I'm livid as well, and I'm more livid at the fact of after pulling back I was going 2-0 down, but doing what we've just done in terms of sitting back, inviting the pressure on, and letting the other team play the way they have done. You would have thought we'd learn our lesson there. I was checked, not muted my end. You would have thought we'd have learned our lesson, and just kicked on from 2-2, kicked on, won the game. But no, 2-2, back. Everything's square. We'll just sit back now, back to normal. It's just weird. I understand it's a second game for these girls. It's just the World Cup for the new season ahead. But no, this is a joke. Why is he saying those? Oh my god, what is going on? Let me have a look. Right. But no, this is a joke. Sound my end. I say, sound my end. Oh dear. And now one of our players is down, actually injured, so there's going to be more injury time added on by the looks of it. It ain't looking good. Whoever's down got to come off, I think. But I can see Beth on the screen on the bench. She's not warming up or nothing. Got the bib on and everything. Like, there's no urgency for the bench to warm someone up either and get someone else on. Well, no, Catherine Call's coming on. For fuck's sake. Tracy's in the chat says Sabrina is a world class keeper that sits on the bench. Play her. Yeah. Means Zinsberg is not covered in general in this game. She's not covered herself in glory. She's at fault for the first goal 100%. She should have done a lot better for the second goal as well. And yes, her and the entire defence has fell asleep and yeah, allowed that to happen. Hence why most of us in the chat now are saying, with days left in this window, go and get Mary now. Put the pressure on. If anything, make Mary put that transfer request in. And if we don't get her, we're not able to get an If we're not able to get her this window, drop Zinsberger for bloody Sabrina. Fuck it. How many subs we've got? We've made 5. We're getting one more next time. Yeah, that was a head injury sub. So yeah, got one. That's classed as a concussion injury, like head injury, whatever. Substitution. Then we've still got one more left. But PS, I keep saying PS. Paris on the attack here. Please defend for God's sake, girls. We ain't got long left now. I'm fuming. It's the pitch. It's 100% the pitch. Helen looks like she was running like in treacle, yeah. Because even though it's plastic, it's a 3D pitch or 3D, whatever I can call it. It's not being maintained. It's a homemade one. Homemade, my friend. Yeah. Go, 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 go. And there's Britain no one in the attack. Fantastic. I think second. Exactly. Yeah. 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 Pinker says first time I won't be watching the Women's Champions League. Well, as it stands, yeah, because we won't be in it. It's a joke. If we throw this away again, it's on us. Especially after getting back to 2-2. To not have the momentum, use that momentum, and push on, get the winner. That's on us. To allow Paris the opportunity that we have, that's on us. No one else. Yes, but they're in the they are in the draw for the next one, 2-legged affair. But yeah, they've got to qualify. They've got one qualifying now. We've had to do it Wednesday today, and then the last one. There's about 10 minutes left in this with the injury, give or take. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, the stop, start. Yeah, we're not. We've not even gone back to what we did at 2-0 or 2-1 sign, trying to go all out attack and putting BT up top now. So he's staying back. We're not even doing that now. Ball in. Fuck's sake, no one there, wrong side hurting leaves someone there. She done what she did to get that touch off, just to be there, collect it, and slot it in there. Maybe if Man United don't make it as what's that? Arsenal can get Earps. Which is crucial. We need need to have that carrot stick basically. Of Champions League football. Yes, Russo! Come on! Stop fucking about now. What a goal, Russo. That's why he got for nothing. That's why he wanted her in January. That's why he wanted to pay the money. Not just pay the money, the big buck we would have been paying in January. But United turned that money down. We got her for nothing now. And that's why, because she's not afraid to have a shot from outside the box like that. Come on! For free. Remember all the Man United fans say, you lost her for nothing. You got nothing. As a United fan, as a kid growing up, she played for her childhood team, and you let her go for nothing. Thank you. The best free. I don't care what anyone says. The best free transfer over the men's and women's transfer market this summer. I don't care what anyone says. That's better, but no, don't let this slip. For God's sake, don't repeat the mistakes again. Momentum's back on our side now. Go for the king kill. Zinsberg, I swear to God, woman. Again, I apologise to the people in the house that heard me scream or shout. From despair to excellation. Exactly. Only at Arsenal. Only at Arsenal. Both at all levels. Uh, uh, uh. Fucking defend. Well done, Katie. Well done, Katie. Give us the fucking ball. Fucking last ditch that was from Katie McKay, but fucking take it. Oh my fucking nose. Worth every penny of something. Yeah, exactly. The best, as I say, the best free. The best value for money in terms of signing on fee and all that malarkey, but in terms of a free transfer, with the experience she has at WSL as well, so she doesn't need time to adjust at WSL either. She knows the league inside out. And we've just gone, thank you very much. Oh, Zinsberger's down half for Sabrina's cup. I think Sabrina's on the bench. So I'm hoping Sabrina's got a good penalty saving record. Because that's all you fucking need. If you haven't got, if your penalty record's not all that, you've never faced a penalty like this. So, Andrew says in the chat, Dan, he's referring to Dan P in the chat, myself, Vicky, Emerson, do the women's YouTube part of the Women's Arsenal podcast. In terms of the podcasting things, yes, mentioned this earlier. And hosts her own. We've launched it this summer, during the summer, bit pop, integrating into the channel and all that, and the audio platform as well. Where Angie's the host, I'll come on as a guest. Long as I'm available and she wants me on and all that, I come on as a guest, but it's her, she's the host with Vicky, Emerson, Mark, and others as well. And obviously that podcast itself is mainly focused on the women's team, the academy as well. but mainly the women, bit of the academy, and depending on how things go with the men's team that week. They'll touch on their thoughts on the men's team as well, but it's mainly focused on the women's side of things. And I've got another podcast that I'm the host for the men. It's just solely focused on the men and the week to week stuff that's going on there. Oh, yeah, and all the audios. So, and then audios for both of them on Spotify, Google, and Apple, and all that, etc. That's all. 5 minutes each. Oh, for God's stuff, 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. Especially as France got the fucking ball. For France. They're from France, I know that, but still. Well done, Chloe. Get rid of it. Move, 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 move. Oh, that was lazy. Why are you getting rid of it? Oh, for God's sake. Of course, you're going to a free kick to fucking the French team, yeah. Sorry, I can't believe I couldn't witness a Russo first goal and first brace. I hope hopefully the next after this game's done and dusted, a few hours later, you'll get the highlights up on the Arsenal YouTube channel and all that. So I hope you'll get to see it that way. Not live, you'd like to see it live, but the second best thing, basically. This is almost as bad as the United game last week, and at least I'm melting at home and not in the stadium. Oh, mate, Jesus Christ. What was it? The Community Shield a few weeks back in start of, like basically last month, basically start of August. Me and my brother went to that, and we were in the corner where the sun, pretty much, 90% of the game, the sun was on us. So I don't know how we didn't catch the sun. We got sunburn and nothing. Because that sun was on us all. Well, but yeah, so I can understand it. And obviously the heat's been picked. It's hot, but not as hot as it back in the last 7 days. But you know what? I'll take the 3 points back then. I'll take it. I'll take the fucking win today. Come on. Fucking fluke block. Tracy Smith says fair that the Brits want to land ups, but it's pathetic that internationals can save the day or ignored for lesser Brit-born players. Sabrina. Zinsberg is not British, by the way, just to be clear. And myself, Lottie, is a friend of the channel, comes on every now and then for watchalongs, and hope to get on the podcast soon as well. Side of things, we've said since we signed her back in January, she's a top quality goalkeeper, and when she has played, been massively impressed with her because she's, as I say, she is a top quality goalkeeper. Let's not get that twisted. But like the men, we want competition throughout. And with Zinsberger coming to the point of her career, and what's the hat trick? That's Frida, sorry, it's Frida. It did look like again ponytail. Look at blonde hair and ponytail. I'm thinking bloody Russo for a second there. It would have been an assist from Russo instead. And dogs are barking because someone's knocking at the door. Of course they are. Oh dear. That's neat. Again, Zinsberger today hasn't covered herself in glory. And I will say this now: if we don't get Earps in this transfer window, we can't convince United to sell to us in this window, I will drop Zinsberger. I spent time based on today's performance. I would be happy to drop Zinsberger for Sabrina all day long, and be happy and comfortable knowing that Sabrina would do a job for us. He's Austrian, yeah. In terms of Zinsberger, yeah. But I'm just saying, obviously, he's talking about the companies that are about Brits. Yeah. But I know you're referring to the Earps, but it's just that we need, like it or not, we do need competition anyway, because Zinsberger's she's on the wrong side of her 30s now. She's 30 on 31 in terms of football wise to me. And they only extended her contract for this season. So what's that tell you about the club and where they see her as long term? Nice one, Ange. I'd like to see more of our Wins team that are grossly underrepresented across our fan base. Yeah, I've said it before. In terms of In terms of a YouTube side of things, the amount of Arsenal YouTubers are out here on this platform, and they all just the majority. It's not even most. It's the majority of them YouTubers only focus on the men's team. Only, even now, only focus on the men's team. And that's even the biggest Arsenal platform on YouTube. Unless the girls win a trophy, they won't. Even then, it's a passing like, "Oh, congratulations," da, 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 and move on. It's not. They don't give them the coverage that they've always deserved. Again, our women's team has the history of having been the only team across the men's and women's football in the UK to have won a quadruple: Champions League, league title, FA Cup, League Cup, all in the same season. And we're off the penalties. 4 times whistle's gone. Getting 3-3 didn't really do anything for 3-3 basically in terms of the attack. That final bit, we didn't try and get the fourth, basically, but we go to pens now, so it's a lottery. So now it's on Zinsberger to step up and right the wrongs of mistakes today. Yeah, penalties. Here we go. Full-time 3-3 pens is as I told you. You did say that the other day once we saw players get through. Not a technical, and again, it's individual mistakes that have led to us being in this position because all 3 goals that Paris have scored today were avoidable. If we were switched on and showed the respect that they not in terms of deserve, but in terms of didn't undervalue that team today, this game would have been done in 9 minutes in a positive outcome for us. But we've made our work. We've made our work of it of our own doing. Zinsberg with the first goal, as I say, that's fully on her. Second goal, partly on her. It's more of a collective on that one, but partly on her. She should have done better either way. Exposed or not, she should be doing better. And the third goal, again, she should be doing better herself as a number one goalkeeper to try and stop that. But the team that's more of a team thing. But yeah, she hasn't covered herself in glory today. Oh, I'm melting. Oh, sorry, come back that down a second. I wish May could save us. Well, hopefully we get us soon and never know. And one is going to be taking penalties first, but yeah, obviously Kim. I think Kim's on this, so Kim will probably take the first one. If not, Kim will either take the first or the fifth. Russo, you'd expect Russo to take a pen. I didn't know Beth me today, so I'll say about Beth. So Kim, Russo, Chloe. I think Chloe's in the picture. Chloe, Frida Martin, maybe. I think now. Everyone's gone blank. Leah Hurling will take a penalty because obviously Sweden, and even though keep it safe, he sort of did what he did in the World Cup, so she'll have that belief in herself. Hopefully. That is the hope. Arsenal women are a legacy football team. We are the biggest football team in British women's football by far. Oh, definitely. And 2007 is a massive part of that. That 0607 squad, what they achieved in that season with Vic Akers. That's a massive reason why there's such a legacy team in the women's football, not just domestically but globally. Pretty untouchable in that regard, yeah. And that again, that kills Emma Hayes. That kills her. All these years she's been at Chelsea. She's only got close to. She's only got close once to matching that quadruple season, and even then, she's got the domestic treble eventually. But the main one, the Champions League, got battered, humbled, and put in her place. And I, for one, enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed the Champions League final. They got big 4 or 5 nil, whatever it was. that these women don't get due. It's criminal, but the club is doing better. The club are doing their bit, and fair play. I can't criticise them for that. They've still got a long way to go. They can still do a bit more, but bit by bit we're getting there. I'm not confident with this pitch and pens. I've got the girls look off as well. Kate McCabe will probably take a pen as well. I think Kate McCabe. Which is, Chloe, yes. Well, Chloe's been playing. She played 90 minutes the other day. Chloe on Wednesday. She played 120 minutes today. So she's got to be on her backside basically, fatigue wise. Dang, I wish I could actually watch this game. It's so intense. Where are you living, Emma? Are you living in the UK, in Ireland, or outside of that? If you live in the UK and Ireland, you can watch it on the Arsenal website if you're a member. If you're a member. Right, here we go. There's a flip. I didn't see what was what, but yeah. So yeah, Kim will take one. Kate McCabe will take one. Probably miss it because her record recently hasn't been good penalties for Kate McCabe. Leah Hurling, you'd expect to take. Russo, live in Canada. Oh, okay. Welcome. Quite a few. You're joining an illustrious group on this channel. You're joining an illustrious group on this channel. There's a few Canadian gooners on this channel, subscribers wise. Haven't popped in yet, but when they do, I'll let you know in future. Obviously, who are where. Oh, Paris, St. Petersburg, for fuck's sake. Paris are taking things underway. Here we go. There you go, Tracy. No, there you go. There we go. So Paris are taking the first. And it's at the end where the penalties have been taken. Sorry. At the end where Russo and Jambiti, well, basically Arsenal scored all their goals basically over the course of the match. And as we get rid of the penalties, all the fans are close enough of breaking their necks basically to get behind that goal. Arsenal fans and neutrals are like, please. I've got a 3 mil. Sorry, here. Maybe now. Come on, Zinsberger, please. Come on, Arsenal. Let it shoot out now. Come on. I've got to face that. I went the right way. Right in the corner. Went the right way, Zinsberger, but didn't get down quick enough, and didn't get. Even if he did get down quick enough, so didn't get across either. I don't like this. And Emerson said about penalties earlier about Juventus, and I am now shitting myself. But here we go, Kim Little taking Arsenal's first pen. I said he'll be either first or fifth. So he's taking the first one. Come on. Please don't go out like this. Let's not do a Man City for fuck's sake. Man City women, by the way, to be clear. Come on, little. Dan, if you want to give it away, you can in the chat, by the way. As long as it's a positive for us. Great pen. Far better than the other day. Well done. That was let's say far better than the other day. Here we go. PSG. Keep saying PSG. Fuck's sake. No association PSG. Keep saying it. How's his second pen? Here we go. No pun intended. Oh dear. So yeah, anyone that has a head, if there's a positive outcome for Arsenal, do that. You can give it away. Come on. Oh, I went the right way, but this time instead of being low in the corner, it's high in the corner now. And it seems like they're not the tallest of goalkeepers anyway, so like both times gone the right way, just not tall enough, basically. That's been a gist. Oh, here we go, Kate McCabe. Oh, here we go. This is what goalkeepers dream of, says at the end, but they're Kate McCabe again. Like I said before, a recent penalty. She has not had a good penalty record recently. over the last 12 months. He's saying, "Oh, what time to redeem yourself on penalties, the penalty situation? Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie. Come on. If you miss this, we're done for." I'm going to say it now. If Arsenal missed, if we miss first, we're done for. Trying to avoid the chat. 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 What a penalty! Go on. Well done, Katie. Keep it rooted to the spot. Nice Matteo vibes, yeah. I don't think Raz has taken Matteo now for Paris, taking the penalty for their third. I'm literally holding this like I've closed the thing because I'll do is jump up, I don't spill anything. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Zinsberger. You got to go the right way, you got to get to one of them at least. There's someone saying if I can go the wrong way now. Come on, 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 come on. She is so small in that goal. Oh, again, for sake. I need to see the replay. If you got the touch, I'm not going to be impressed. No, so it's good. Zinsberger's not tall enough. The goal is huge, by the way. Man him now. Freedom on him, freedom on him, freedom on him. Okay, come on. Please. We've got 86 people. We've got 86 people watching, by the way. Big up yourselves. If you're uninterested, do subscribe and do get involved in the chat whilst we're live. Whatever happens, you're about to see a very depressed host of this channel or a very happy host of this channel. Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. If you miss, we're done for. Ah! Oh, that's a shit penalty. That was shit. That was Kim. That was basically like Kim Nick would day. We're done for. We're done. We've thrown it away. We've bottled it. We've done a Man City. We've done the Man City women's team basically. We don't want Champions League. We want to take their place this year. So, here comes their number 8 to put them 4-2 up. Goals huge. The goals are huge, by the way. And Zinsberger looks more. I'm literally not in the mood for this. This is not what the day I had in mind. Yes! What's up, Zinsberger? Come on! Now, who's taking the next thrust to put us back level? The one player didn't use the height to their advantage. Russo, okay, Russo, okay. Emerson, are you saying Russo miss, or you're on about the previous penalty? If you're ahead of me, do not give it away unless it's a positive. Zinsberg taking the 5th. Oh, don't! I'll cry. Come on, Russo. Come on, take it 3-all after 4. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't give them the advantage. Oh, you pain in the arse. I'm done for. Really? Russo's just missed a pen. Again, just like Kim Little's pen in midweek. Poor. And then the keeper gets up and starts to do a little fucking dance, and it's really pissing me off. And now to score to win. They scored this, it's done, and we are out of there. Paris, it's some penalty shootouts, James. And it's 3-2. Last penalties. If Paris score, we are out. Fudge. I'm really annoyed now. The day's ruined. I was looking forward to some Champions League football this season with the girls. And yeah, so strolled it in. Game over. Arsenal women will not be going on the Champions League journey this year. No Champions League women's football at the Emirates this year either. We've basically done a Man City over the years gone by. Instead of trying to qualify, we did well in the first game. This new setup, but today we underestimated the team, made 3 stupid mistakes, and then it's come back and bit us on the arse and penalty shootout. Russo again, Marnham missed a pen was poor. Both Marnham and Russo's penalties were more placement instead of power and just putting the ball in the net. It was more placement more than anything. It was like seriously. And we're out. So it's just a domestic trouble we're going for now, and we've now got to convince Mary Earps to come to us with no Champions League football for a season. All that hard work to get a Champions League spot in terms of finishing third last year, and we've thrown it away like that. I mean, as I say, it just means we have to focus on the domestic treble now. That's it. To go from semi-finalists, seconds away from the final, to not even getting in the actual competition properly at all. And I'm just, yeah. But as I say, it's on them. Mistake after mistake today. Zinsberger got it underway by a mistake that led to the 1-0. Then they switched off straight away and made it 2-0. Then we fought back 2-2. You think the momentum's with us, we're going to kick on now, really just go put our authority down as the more superior team. And we didn't. We just went, okay, back to basics in terms of what we're doing at 0-0. Not realising that's what led to them scoring in the first place. And then they scored again. And then we equalised again. Russo, amazing goal. And then after that, instead of going for the kill again, we took the foot off the gas and went, okay, la 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 la, and to get the pens. We're happy to go to the pens, and it's backfired. With our new signing, Russo missing her pen, we could have tied things up. Marnham missed it, and Marnham again. World Cup since the season ended, the World Cups went missing for a country in Switzerland. And obviously, first 2 games back doesn't look off the best again. Yeah. And as I say, missed that pen. And then after Zinsberger stepped up, saved the penalty to keep us in it, Russo had the opportunity, basically repeated what Femina did. In terms of went for play again, same spot as well. Went for placement more than power, just putting the ball in the net and rocking it in like they've been doing for their first few pens. And it's backfired both times. And what annoyed me even more, the goalkeeper getting up doing the disrespect of it. And the winning penalty, Zinsberger dives, makes it easy for the player to take the pen and slot it in the other corner. Because basically Zinsberger just makes a rush judgment, panics, dives one way, before the ball's even been kicked, attempted to be kicked, and yeah, as he's running up to it, he's already dived. So the player's just gone, okay, I'm going to stroll it into that corner instead. Thank you very much. And yeah, as I say, I'm gutted, I'm fuming, because it's of our own doing. And there's no instead of being able to host watchalongs for both the men and women in the Champions League this season, it'd just be the men. And now I've just got to girls have just got to focus on domestic matters and win the FA Cup, win the league, and retain our League Cup. That's what we got now. That's the hand we've dealt ourselves with. Not the hand we've been dealt with. That's the hand we've built ourselves in. I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. I was looking forward to seeing the girls back in the Champions League this season, going once. I think we've lost today. We're out of the Champions League, yeah, but I believe the squad that we had, this squad we have, was good enough to go one step further and get to at least get to the final this year. Not to be. We've now got to go again, dust ourselves down, organise some friendlies between now and in the next month. Get the match fitness up, and go for the WSL. Go for the title in the WSL. Go and win the FA Cup. As I say, the League Cup. Go and win them. Get ourselves back in the Champions League and win the league, so we don't have to do this qualifying anymore. We did 2 years in the bounce after what was it? I can't think now. Won the league after 2 years out of the competition. We've got ourselves back in it for the last two. If we'd qualified properly, would have made it 3 years. But now we're back to another year out of it again. Just having the consistency of being in it, we've now put it out, and yeah, no, I've got no interest now to watch the Champions League. Really, the women's one anyway. Oh dear, it is what it is. Everyone else saying gutted and all that, but yeah. Girls saved her all, and you were spot on with your commentary. Yeah. Well, most of them did. I mean, as I say, they switched off. In crucial times, switched off. Zinsberger takes responsibility for all three goals, but two of them are partial responsibility because there's a team effort in terms of the rules. That's with both the second and the third goal. But the actual first goal that started this ball rolling, that's on Zinsberger. And this is why we're going after Mary. If we do get her in, she's got to be the number one straight from the off. Because Zinsberger's just shown that she's starting to fall off a bit and she's not reliable anymore. Let's be brutally honest. I mean, look at this. Total attempts 13 attempts to 8. Corners 9 to 5. Yellows 3 to us, 4 to them. It shouldn't be that close in terms of the attacking side of the stats. It shouldn't be that close. We made it that close. Ian, on the bright side, Arsenal can go hard and win the WSL. Yeah, there's no excuse now not to win the WSL. Let's close this up now. There's no excuse for the girls now. They haven't got European commitments. It's one game a week for the majority of the season. We're going to be starting early on defence because we're not in Europe, by the way. We're now starting our defence of the Conti Cup from the get-go. So we have to go through the group stage bullshit. It's going straight into the knockout rounds. That's the semi-finals. Sorry, the quarterfinal side. So being in Europe and only entering the Conti Cup in the quarterfinal, we've now got to go through the whole rigmarole of a group stage for the Conti Cup, and then the knockout. We've got to defend it from the first game onwards, basically, from the first round of games onwards, as well. So apart from them group stage games when they get drawn for the Conti Cup, the majority of the first half of the season it's going to be one game a week. So they've got no excuse. We've got a huge squad now, a Champions League squad, but we're not in Champions League. Makes sense of that one. And now we've got to convince the best goalkeeper in the world to suck it up for another season outside the Champions League and come to us and win the title and get us and then keep us in the Champions League again for the foreseeable. Good luck on that one, Arsenal. Would not have thought Arsenal had to play qualify. Yeah, it's because it's the setup. In the women's game, it's a whole setup to this Champions League and all that. Realistically, we shouldn't have to qualify, not just because we're Arsenal or anything, but because we're part of the. But we're playing we're coming from a league, a country-wise. When a league where a country does well internationally, we shouldn't have to do it. It should be top three. Your three. Okay, it's England. Obviously, with England doing so well, international wise, the 3 clubs that qualify get them 3 spots shouldn't have to qualify for actual do playoff games for this Champions League. They should be automatically put into the groups, the group draw. If being brutally honest, but it is what it is. As I say, I keep referring back to it. Today we've done a Man City. The one thing I didn't want us to do today over these qualifying stages was to do a Man City women's team situation where they, for the last 2 years themselves, have had to qualify and they've been knocked out the first hurdle both times. And then we put ourselves in a new format setup sort of thing with this knockout setup. We've done it to ourselves. We've done and now we've got, unlike them, we've got a Champions League squad. We've got the depth of a Champions League squad, and we ain't got European football to go with it for the season now. And that could be the hard thing now with Jonas. He's going to have to keep players happy with just domestic minutes in terms of spreading the minutes around for the domestic teams respectively. But hey, that's in there. That's what he gets paid the big bucks for. But you know what? With that, we are going to sap out because I'm absolutely melting, and it's been a long 3.5 hours. There was a lot going on with the half hour me just getting kicked out and everything going to pee basically. As I say, I'm currently melting. Before we go, let's check, see how things are over on YouTube. What numbers are we at? We're on 39 likes. That's brilliant, guys. Thank you very much. We are at even more viewers than we had at the end of the last stream as well. 3,819 views so far, since we've gone live. And considering for half hour, I was nowhere to be seen or heard of. It felt like that anyway. It might be less than that, but yeah. But as I say, I'm just a bit flat now because yeah. Alex, gutted and disappointed to be out. No, thanks for the stream, mate. No problem. Again, we've got WSL in a few weeks' time, but that will all be back soon. So hopefully the girls can improve massively because, again, I know it's the second game together since the World Cup this summer. But that was concerning in a way, as has been mentioned by Dan before, how we were so passive today against with all due respect, a mediocre team. With all due respect to Paris FC, that was a mediocre team that we should put to the sword with the players that we have at our disposal. More so the fact that they were celebrating the way they celebrated says it all. Says the difference in levels and how much of an upset that's become now. But it is what it is. But hey, okay, we still cover the women's games here on the channel. Obviously, I've got our weekly women's podcast that we'll be integrating during the summer. It will be coming on a weekly basis once the season gets underway as well. It just means a few less games for us. That means 6. I think the group stage 6 games in group stages, 7 knockout, the quarterfinal 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 less games for us at least. At the very least, if not 11 less games for us now. If you want to go all the way to the final, there's 11 less games for us. That's got to include the next round playoff. Would have been 13 games. So that's 13 less games this season. It's kind of going to be made up for in the cup partially, not massively, but partially made up in the Conti Cup group draws. There's still a few games less than we'll have to deal with basically going forward. But it's just domestic. It's just sole focus now is getting our heads down, dusting ourselves down, going again, and full steam ahead now. Let's break this handle that Chelsea and Emma Hayes have had on the WSL. Break that now. Go and win the WSL this season. I still as disappointed as I am today, I understand that again. It's only the second game of effectively their pre-season. This is their pre-season games basically, match fitness wise and all that. Certain players need to sort themselves out. Certain players are getting already close to being ready to go. So other players are going to need some friendlies to get themselves up and running, so we say. So Arsenal now got to use this month, organise a couple of friendlies and get the entire team on the same level, basically, and ready to go. And then we go and make that charge of WSL. And why not? I still believe we're capable. As I said, I've just said we've got a Champions League squad in terms of depth. We're at Champions League, so I believe, injuries or not, we will win WSL this season, as long as obviously we don't have a situation that we did last season in terms of the ACL situation. Touch wood. So yeah, I still believe that we will win the WSL. I believe that we've before, with or without Champions League, but now we've definitely got no Champions League. No excuse now. No excuse whatsoever. And going on the guys, yeah, I'll be over there in a sec. But no excuse whatsoever. No excuse whatsoever that we have to win this WSL title now. Win the FA Cup and defend our League Cup as well. Then this moment here is a distant memory that we all look back on and go, hindsight, you know what? It's led us to do this, basically. Which again, which will kill Emma Hayes in the long run. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm going to tap out now. I'm going to go have another shower, freshen up, we have something to eat, and then probably watch England get battered by Argentina later in the World Cup against in the rugby side in Marseille. But yeah, might be worse. You could be Rangers or manure. Yeah, true. So in the moment, obviously I'm disappointed, but long term, hopefully it has a positive outcome in terms of domestically we win it all. But yeah, aside from that, if you are new to the channel, you've enjoyed these last two streams we've been doing, and you like the fact we do cover the women's game, like the Arsenal women's team as well as the men's, do subscribe, do smash that like button, and do help push the content out there as well. The more you guys do that, the quicker this channel grows a lot quicker along the way, and before you know it, we'll be smashing it on the constant basis, basically. Big numbers, viewerships, subs, you name it, it'll be pouring in. Until then, I appreciate every single one of you. Now, international break I'm not doing anything in the break. I will not be doing any of the senior England watch-alongs for this international break. I'm going to try and fit in some point later on this week, come in a couple of podcasts or something that's to get us ready for the Everton game next weekend and all that jazz, and sort of go from there, really. Try to fit a few other things in along the way, a bit of content here and there as well, whether I can muster help me after this. But yeah, I think now, until then, though, I'll keep you updated via the community post, by the way, or on social media. Keep an eye out for that and all them platforms. But apart from that, I'll see you on the other side. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're living in the UK, get as many of these ice lollies or whatever you can keep yourself hydrated and look after yourselves. Aside from that, take care as always. Up the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.